Stephenville will start on defense after they get set to kick off here. Stephenville in their home Navy headgear, jerseys and pants with the white and gold trim. Cleburne with the gold headgear, white jerseys, black pants, and black trim. And I have a feeling we're going to hear the cannon again as soon as Ryan Harris lays into this one. They kick is away. Ooh, they didn't hit it. Ryan Harris not hitting this very well as Rainbolt will take it on the 5. He's up to the 10, 15, 20, finds a little seam across the 30 and to the 31-yard line is where Joey Rainbolt will bring the ball out to, and that's where Cleburne will begin first and 10. And Johnny, are you a little bit surprised that ball wasn't in the back of the end zone?
Yeah, I think he got under it just a little bit. It looked like it. And they set up a real good center return. They had the wedge set up and got some great yardage as Jackets resistance hit about the 20, but he pushed it on after the 30. Nice return by Cleburne.
All right, the Cleburne Yellow Jackets, I said it wouldn't do that, already have. Sent 2 to the far side, 1 to the near side. Logan is in shotgun with Self standing next to him, standing by himself. All right, Logan, pump fake, now looking to throw the deep ball. Has an open receiver on the near sideline. A great catch is made at the 39-yard line. And Cleburne opens with a big hitter as finding receiver on the near side for Cleburne on the straight-ahead throw was Jordan Brinkley, the deep fade pattern after the pump fake, and he got behind the secondary, 33 yards, and so much for Taylor Logan not being able to throw a deep ball into the wind.
Well, it's like we said during pregame. I think that's the easy. I really do think it's the easier way to do it, is to because he's got a strong arm and he can just lay it out. And, safety a little slow getting over that time, Boots, or that one would have been defended fairly well.
Taylor Logan had a lot of time to throw the football as well.
Well, there was no blitz at all.
Twins to the near side, 1 to the far side. Self is standing next to Logan. Hard camp. Ball is fumbled momentarily. Logan kicks the ball. It's for grabs, and Stephenville got it at the 42-yard line.
Sure looks like they have it.
Taylor Logan got the snap. It was low, and he tried to dribble it, if you will, like a basketball instead of going down to get it. Then he booted it forward. The Stephenville defense hit him, and then coming to get the ball was Justin Monk.
Boy, and that was one of those deals where in a situation like that, just pick the ball up or fall on it. He was trying to look up and...
Or just calmly lean over, pick up the ball, and then throw it. You're right. He was trying to scramble around by putting one hand down and trying to lap it up, if you will.
Well, let's see if the Yellow Jackets can take advantage of that big turnover.
Split wingbacks, 2 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. Briles rolling to the near side, setting up, looking to throw. Looking for the deep ball. Has an open receiver. It's Avalos. He catches 20, but drops the football. Oh, he would have scored. Cody Avalos was hit perfectly at the 20-yard line with the ball in a deep post pattern, and he drops the football. He was by himself. He would have scored on the first play of scrimmage for Stephenville.
Wow. Did you see Kendal after that? He just went down to a knee like, I cannot believe that just happened.
Oh.
And they set that up well. What a great throw by Briles. Hit him on the dead run. What
a message that would have sent to start the ball game.
About a 50-yard pass, by the way.
Briles under center, flipping out to Hunter. Hunter with good running room, almost up to the 50-yard line. He does slide to the 50-yard line, a gain of about 7.5 to 8 yards. It'll bring up 3rd down in less than 3.
Just tripped up by 45 Van Slyke at the line of scrimmage, or he runs for a long while as they had the wall set up over there. Big hole on the left side. Man, what a great first play that was. That was one they obviously had scripted, Boots, because all the pressure came this way, and then he throws back across the green to Avalos wide open on that first play.
Officially 7 yards on the carry for Hunter. 3rd down and 3 for Stephenville. Play action. Briles rolling to the near side, setting up, looking to throw. Now he'll get the first down on his own. He gets across the 45, almost to the 41-yard line of Cleburne. Out of shotgun formation, Kendal Briles finding the first down easily, and why not? He had 2 big old linemen pulling out in front of him.
Well, and that's one of those things. That's a heads-up play by Briles. It's okay. It is 3rd down. Looked like Toby O'Neill was breaking free at about the 35. But let's make sure we get the first down. If they keep the same matchup, O'Neill could have a big night tonight. He's got a real mismatch on the outside. Look at that one already, Boots.
Lining up next to him, number 15 for Cleburne, and he can't go more than about 5'8", 5'9". Kendal throwing out in the flats for Walker. Walker finds one block, gets to the outside, and now a flag will come down, and I believe that they may have gotten O'Neill with a hold as he was the receiver trying to make the block for Walker on the far sideline.
Yeah, I think that little guy we just talked about got under him, and That looked like a hold out on the outside.
It is 45, not 15, the corner on that side. That's David Van Slyke. They show him at 5'10", 165.
Yeah, so am I.
The 165 or the 5'10"?
Either.
The hold took place downfield at about the 37-yard line, so there will be some forward progress from where the penalty is marked off. So instead of this being 1st and 20, it'll be more like 1st and 15 after they mark it off.
Yeah, I think they're going to give him maybe 4 yards. Well, no.
He may have gotten 5. Let's wait on the spot.
Pretty good spot there, wasn't it?
They'll bring the ball back to the 47-yard line, so it will be 1st and 15 for the Jackets. So credit 5 yards on the catch from Briles to Walker. So 2 receivers to the near side. Haney is at a wingback on the right. Briles is in shotgun with Hunter standing next to him. Now he sends Hunter in motion to the far side. Briles setting up, looking to throw across the middle, has Gunn. Caught at the 30-yard line, makes a move to the outside, 25, hits out the 20, down to the 15-yard line, and Brady Gunn on a slant pattern looked good there.
That was the same one I mentioned a moment ago to Toby O'Neill that was wide open. And one of the reasons that's such a big play is he had all day to throw that football. Boots, by the way, after it looked like Brady was going to juke a little bit, and finally he just said, I'm just going to run over you.
And he did.
And he got another 16 yards after that, so credit the strength of Brady Gunn on that play.
All the way to the 15 with the first down on the completion from Briles to Gunn. Jackets this time will have Briles under center with 2 backs behind him. Now the tailback Hunter goes in motion to the left side. Briles throwing the deep fade pattern on the near sideline. O'Neill going up, caught, touchdown! O'Neill simply going over the top of Raymond Weaver at only 5'8". O'Neill at 6'4", hauls it in for the score. Jackets touchdown first, 6-0 at the 9:41 mark of the Bank of America first quarter.
And by the way, if I can notice it, I know the coaches up here in the booth can notice it. That's what I was talking about a little earlier. Man, what a great mismatch Toby has.
8 inches by the roster.
Uh-oh. We may have one complaint from the referee about the howitzer. I think it just scared him.
Well, they're going to reset the 25-second. It may have scared the 25-second clock.
Did you see the sparks come out of that thing?
Wow, it's loud. Eben Nelson getting set for the extra point. Petronas has the hold. Doty with the snap. Nelson getting set. Snap back, hold down. Kick is on the way. It is up, and it is good. 9:41 to go in the Bank of America first quarter. Stephenville 7, Cleburne 0.
Whether on or off the field, success requires focus, knowledge, and action. At Investment Centers of America, we focus on your goals, offer you our cumulative knowledge of investments, and recommended actions that fit your objectives. We enjoy being your coach, but you're the quarterback. After all, it is your money. Investment Centers of America, Town and Country Bank Building, Stephenville. Investment Centers of America. We know the territory. Deal has been building quality chainsaws since 1926. Bill's Lawnmower Shop has been providing quality power equipment service since 1966. For an experienced team that can provide excellent service and reliable chainsaws, look to Steel and Bill's Lawnmower Shop.
Honey, can you pay these bills? It won't take you very long if you use Texas Banker Online.
Sure. Girls, I'll be right back.
Texas Banker Online, a simple and secure way to bank over the internet with no service charge. Now you can pay bills quickly and conveniently from the comfort of your own home with Texas Banker Online.
That was quick.
Yeah, that Texas Banker Online is really simple. Whose turn is it anyways?
Texas Banker Online, a product from Texas Bank. Plug in now.
John Hollinger, Boots Elliott, and Johnny, that one wasn't very hard.
They made it look pretty easy.
And the reason I say that is not to be disparaging for Cleburne, but have you realized that how quickly Stephenville has scored on their first possession of most all games? Ryan Harris gets into this booth. He will chase Rainbow 2 yards back. He'll bring it out to the 10, out to the 15, and he's hauled under at about the 18-yard line. First to get there is Scott Lee for the Jackets, and then getting some support from David Walker and Silva. So Cleburne will start 1st and 10 at their own 18.
They went right back to that center return. They've obviously seen something that they want to go with. And the only thing is, if you're going to be a part of that wedge, you can't let guys run around you. And Stephenville just kind of broke that one down. That last scoring drive, Boots, 5 plays, 58 yards, only took 56 seconds. O'Neill received the 15-yard pass from Briles That scoring summary brought to you by Lupe's. And with that scoring drive, Scott Osmond, attorney at law, donates some money to Erath County Meals on Wheels.
Taylor Logan takes the snap, but there is some movement up front. I don't know if Stephenville was drawn offside or they jumped off sides. We'll wait and see. John, you're talking about the middle wedge. In the scouting report, it shows in the Granbury game and the Everman game, Cleburne, the entire contest, stayed with a middle wedge approach on all kickoff returns.
That's right.
Well, it was Stephenville jumping off sides. We saw a little bit this last week. Deacon Burns, with a hard count, was able to get that front four to jump a little bit. Scouts may have seen some of that.
Well, and by the way, last week, it was hard to hear down there for those guys, too.
All the cans. Logan looking to throw out in the flats. Has the receiver, and the catch is made up at the 29-yard line, making the catch for Cleburne. That's 88. That's Jordan Brinkley, the man that caught the deep 33-yard pass a while ago. It is enough yardage for a first down out at the 34, almost the 35, excuse me, the 30-yard line.
Scott playing pretty soft there on defense, and when you do that, you're out there pretty much by yourself, Boots. You got to make the open field tackle. Great tackle by Jeff Scott.
Logan again staying in shotgun with Kevin Self standing next to him. Play action now, a give to Self. Running the opposite, has a lot of running room across the 35, gets a move out of the 40 on the sideline and run out of bounds at the 50-yard line. It was not Self. They brought in Jason Wilborn, number 5. And that's the old Statue of Liberty, Johnny, where he came in behind him and just snuck the ball around his hip. Put it right there in the pooch.
Well, that's one out of the old playbook right there. You're exactly right. And it was well disguised. They had a blitz on, unfortunately, for Stephenville. The linebackers, Monk especially, was coming from the other side. If he's coming in from the left side, defensive side, that play goes nowhere.
Wilburn is staying in the game. Kevin Self is not in the contest. Twins to far side, one to the near side. Logan again is in shotgun. He audibilizes. We'll wait and see. He quickly throws the slant pattern. It's up and caught at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5 yards. Again, Brinkley making the catch. And right out of the scouting report, we saw, Johnny, that if the quarterback audibilizes, he quickly throws the ball on a little mini slant, and that's exactly what Brinkley ran.
Yeah, did you notice how far off Scott was playing? And the coaches screamed at him as soon as they saw that, and he went up tight. The only reason that was successful was just a great catch by a guy with a little taller advantage there on Jeff.
Brinkley goes about 6'2". Logan again has not been under center in the ball game. He again is in shotgun with Wilburn standing next to him. Trips to the far side, one to the near side. Low snap, but handled. Under a big rush is Logan. He tries to throw the ball out. It's up for grabs, and it's picked off. Pretty Gunn makes the pick at the 32-yard line. And back-to-back turnovers on defense for the Jackets. Get them the ball back.
Well, and credit a great read by Brady, who just jumped in front of it and made the great catch. But you also got to credit that front four for Stephenville defense.
Scott Lee was putting big pressure.
Man. And he was running away from the pressure and throwing back across his body. And he just hung it up a little bit. Just a great read by Gunn. And, man, I might go right back to that play I started with the game with. It might be there again.
There were 3 deep receivers for Cleburne. Stephenville had man coverage, had excellent man coverage on each one of them. Play action, Briles rolling to the near side. Still looking. Now he'll throw the deep ball. Going up, trying to get it, and knocking the ball away from the defender. A nice job from Stephenville's number 35. That's Colt Melton. Colt was the intended receiver. It was a little bit underthrown, so he went back and knocked the ball away from Daniel Chavez, the cornerback. It'll set up second down and 10, but there is a flag at about the 35-yard line.
We might have had somebody downfield.
Illegal man downfield against Stephenville, and when that happens, you usually see Coach Clements, offensive line coach, and he's not real happy with the call.
I saw it about the same time you did. Clem's out there going, get back. Don't even, you know where the line is, the big white one out there.
You're not supposed to go 5 yards past that. Randy Clements does a great job with the offensive line. So with the penalty, it moves the ball back to the 27-yard line, and it'll be first down and 15.
Poor offensive linemen. They never get credit or noticed until something bad happens.
So it's first and 15 for the Jackets back at the 27. 7-0 Stephenville here early on. Play action. Briles setting up, looking to throw. Has an open receiver. It's caught at the 50-yard line, streaking the other way down to the 40-yard line. The catch is made. Is it Walker? We'll wait and see. It's a long ways on the other side. Or O'Neal? 30. It is Wooten. Josh Wooten made that catch on the far sideline, 33 yards. And with these new numerical numbers, if you will. Boy, that's redundant. Looking at the Jackets in the yellow on the far side, they're hard to see. But Wooten just running a little flare pattern out of the backfield down the sideline. Briles hit him in stride, 33 yards.
And that was pretty.
First down for Stephenville at the 39-yard line of Cleburne. Now Briles is in shotgun formation. Snap back to him. Setting up. Looking, still looking. Now he'll try to make someone miss, and he will try to run. He's coming to the near sideline. Steer looking. None of the linemen wanting to get downfield, so Briles finally throws it away. And you will have a flag down as I see the lineman that did go too far downfield as he was about 7 yards.
Now I'm going to go, Coach Clemens, now look. Give me a break on that one.
No, and I'm not going to say who the guilty party was because he was kind of sauntering back to try to get within the 5-yard range that the offensive linemen are allowed to go down. But you're right. When Briles is back there for 30 seconds looking for somewhere to throw the football.
I'm really surprised Kendal didn't run when he was on the far side. Uh-oh. Could this be the guilty party?
No, he's not.
Okay.
So that just brought it down to who the guilty party is.
Okay, it wasn't Eric Collier coming
But it was a very close number.
Okay. Well, I tell you can't hold that against
No, not at all.
Because he was back there forever.
Boy, in the Cleburne defense, they're winded right now
They
after
ought to be.
chasing Briles around. So it's 1st and 15 after the penalty back at the 45-yard line. Play action. Kendal once again looking up, throwing out in the flats, has O'Neal, gets very close to the yardage needed for the first down, and then cuts it up inside. Now the ball squirts free down to the 15-yard line, and I believe Cleburne has gotten it, and they have. O'Neal was trying to get some extra yardage, and when he did, a helmet was put on the ball. It squirted forward about 10 yards, and Cleburne gets on it at the 15-yard line.
Yeah, he had picked up 15 yards on the play, and then it squirted forward about another 10. And it would have been at the 25-yard line, 1st and 10. That's a tough break. That tight end drag is just wide open.
David Chavez is the one that came up with the fumble, and he was very close to being out of bounds when he got the ball.
First turnover for the Stephenville Yellow Jackets.
So Taylor Logan will bring them up to the line at their own 15. Stephenville leading 7-0 here in the 7:21 mark of the Bank of America first quarter. Logan in shotgun, giving the ball on the draw. Good yardage across the 20 up to the 25-yard line. Self is back in the ball game now.
Gilson on the tackle. That's pretty much what Coach Briles thought they might do in this first quarter. Boots into the wind, as he told you. You know, those draws and the quick short slants, and that's pretty much what they've done tonight in this first quarter.
Is it legal for a quarterback to hand to Self?
Maybe. I don't know if you can throw to Self.
It is, that I know is a penalty.
What would be even stranger if you talk to Self?
Second down and 1. We're back to Ross Perot right now. Twins to the far side, one to the near side. Logan again is in shotgun, looking to throw. He's in some trouble now. Throw the deep fade pattern. This ball will go over the head of everyone, and so it'll bring up 3rd down and 1. And why not on 2nd and 1 try to burn one on the near sideline?
That was great pressure up front by Logan. He never was really happy. You notice his feet really didn't get set back there, and that's what you want your quarterback to have to do if you're on defense. And then just great coverage in the secondary.
Boy, and he's trying to really throw that really high timing pattern, and you really got an indication when he doesn't put the pure spiral on the ball, how much the wind can hold it up.
Yeah, and that's the kind you get picked off.
3rd and 1 for the first time. We'll see Logan under center with 2 backs behind him and an offset fullback as well. Handoff over the left side. He'll get stood up at the line of scrimmage, and I do not know if he got enough yardage. It will depend on the spot.
Yeah, he got it by about a half yard, I think. But it was close. He was hit pretty hard initially. Oh, they're going to have to.
I'm going to say he does not have it.
I thought they'd given him the 26, but you're right. They spotted it just barely across the 25.
And because I'm looking at where they started, which was outside the 15, almost the 16-yard line. So This is probably about a foot to 2 foot short.
Ross
so decision
right
time. Steve Ross, is he short?
First down, Ross says.
He's not going to turn on his mic for us. It is not a first down, Stevie. I'm not even giving you another shot this year to do that.
Man, he's right in front of it.
He is right there and couldn't make the call. So it's now 4th and a foot. What does Cleburne do from their own 25-yard line?
I'd kick the ball.
And that's what they're going to do, even though they're punting into the wind.
They have been known to fake one. Of course, so has Stephenville.
Stevie is pretty relaxed on the sideline right now.
Opened up. The defense wants to get.
All right.
I want to change out that mic cord over there. I think we have a little bit of a short.
I think it's, well, never mind.
Back to punt for Cleburne. That's Jonathan Aston. 83 or 88 on the punter. Now we'll wait and see here in just a moment. Punting from about his own 15 once he receives it. Kick is away. Wobbler into the wind, will get held up by the wind and kick straight out of bounds at the 46-yard line of Stephenville. So Stephenville will get wonderful field position. Only 29 yards on the kick, and it was Jonathan Aston is the punter. Hey, Stevie, let's test that sideline mic again, and how about pointing right at us and see if we can get a better signal. Yeah, we'll do some more work on that here in just a moment. We'll switch out mic cords over there, and we'll come back to you in just a moment. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Jackets. They are at their own 46-yard line. Briles under center sends Hunter in motion to the near sideline. Briles bobbles momentarily, but sets up in the pocket across the middle. Has an open O'Neal, makes the catch and a move. 35 down to the 30-yard line. This time he holds on to the ball with both hands once he reaches traffic, and that pass will go for around 25 yards, 24 to be exact. First down, Stephenville.
I'm telling you, that's open every play. If we wanted to go to it all night, they're giving it to it. And I think that was almost as if Toby went to the huddle and said, guys, give me another shot at this thing. I want it back.
And I'm sure the coaching staff thinking that as well. Let's not allow that to start working on his mind. Let's get him right back in the flow with a good play. 1st and 10 at the 34, Stephenville. Stephenville leading 7-0. Kendal setting up, looking to throw. Now throwing the deep ball. Has an open receiver, but it's slightly underthrown and then knocked away at the last moment by Jason Wilburn. A good defensive job by him to knock the ball away from Josh Bashaw. It sets up 2nd and 10.
A little misdirection again there is a kind of like the first play of the game for the Stephenville offense. And
it's almost like you send a player on a post pattern to clear out that end of the field, and then you send a flare pattern on the far sideline to see if you can find someone underneath, and then far and deep.
That was just a great defensive play.
Jackets will line up with 4 receivers on the right side. One is a wingback, that's Hunter. One split receiver to the far side. Inside trap. Now it's a fake on the trap. Briles keeping the ball inside the 25 to the 20, and then goes out of bounds at the 15-yard line. And so many teams have started scouting Stephenville on the wingback trap, so we'll start faking that on the keeper as Briles did. It's enough for the first down.
Just give you one more thing to have to think about, Boots, and indeed, you're right, because that looked like I would have guessed if I was the defensive coordinator for Cleburne, that's what was coming, and just a great fake there by Briles and by Hunter.
It is 1st down and 10 for the Jackets at just inside the 17-yard line where the spot Briles went out of bounds. He goes under center now. Will back out of it in shotgun. 3 receivers to the far side. One of them split wide. That's Matkins. Briles rolling that way, looking to throw. Has O'Neal out in the flats inside the 10 to about the 10-yard line is where the catch and stop is made. A pickup of 7 on the play. It'll set up 2nd and 3 from the 10-yard line. And what's nice about this, Johnny, you get a first down and you're going to have like 1st and goal to go from around the 5 or less.
Man, I'm telling you. You asked a question during timeout, and I'm gonna re-ask it. How did Everman only score 7 points?
And I heard that was on a punt return.
This defense looks lost out there right now, Boots. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but they do look lost.
Pitch to the near side is Hunter. Hunter trying to get to the corner. He cuts up to the 5, gets close. Touchdown, Zach Hunter. 10 yards on the carry from Zach Hunter, and you hear the cannon at 4:48 to go in the Bank of America first quarter. Derek Haney with a great kick-out block. Stephenville extends 13-0 with a PAT upcoming.
Man, what a great block by Haney as he just upended his guy. And it looked like Zach was going to try to get outside.
Right.
As soon as Derek upended his guy, he just cut inside on his left hip of Haney, and as you said, easily into the end zone.
Even Nelson getting set for the extra point. Boy, and Stephenville, even though with a fumble a while ago, is going to have a lot of yardage on these first 3 drives. Snap back. Fumbled momentarily, but then put on the tee, and then with a line drive, Nelson is able to get it across the crossbar. Breda Petronas was able to take the low snap and get it on the tee. Stephenville 14, Cleburne nothing. Back in 1 minute on KSTV.
Hi folks, this is Greg Bruner for Bruner Motors, and this is my dad Dwayne. Bruner Motors has been a mainstay on Stephenville South Loop for over 30 years now because of great pricing, service, and financing. At Bruner's, we carry a huge selection of Chevys, Buicks, Pontiacs, Oldsmobiles, and Cadillacs. We've got financing to fit almost any budget. And when you need servicing, our specially trained technicians can handle it.
That's Brunner Motors, a tradition on the South Loop in Stephenville since 1969.
Accidents happen, and no matter when or where they do, the world's largest claim service network gets on the case immediately. Prompt personal service is no accident. So we can get you back on the road faster than you can say,
like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Who needs a stinking engineer? Welcome back to Memorial Stadium. 14-0. Stephenville on top of Cleburne. We do is right. And Justin, if that last thing we tried didn't work, expect your pager to go up. 3 back deep for Cleburne. Rain bolt in the middle as Ryan Harris getting set to kick off again. We'll get to that last scoring drive right after this kick. Deep kick, end over end. This will chase Rainbolt back 9 yards deep, and he will take a knee at 9 yards deep, and that's the kick we expect from Harris. And Cleburne will again 1st and 10 at their own 20.
The last scoring drive, only 4 plays, 54 yards, a minute and 14. Hunter on the 10-yard run. The PAT was good. It's 14-0. That scoring summary brought to you by Barnes and McCullough. Stephenville now 112 yards on just those 2 drives. And it's only taken them 2 minutes and 10 seconds.
112 on the 3 drives with the fumble?
No, just with the 2 scoring drives.
Wow, so first quarter stats are going to even be more impressive than that with 4:43 to go. Inside trap handoff and some success momentarily, and then Self has stood up at the line of scrimmage for no gain. You know, when you hand the ball to a back that's standing next to the quarterback in shotgun, he's got to go 4 yards just to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all Self could find. Now they will credit him with 1 more. It'll be 2nd down and 9. Stevie, try turning on your mic for us, and let's see what we can get now.
Major Tom to ground control.
Oh, that is so much better.
I'm sitting in a tin pan.
Yes, you are.
We'll come to you right after this play. Logan is in shotgun. 1 back standing next to him. Jackets look like they're bringing the rush and do not. Logan setting up, throwing across the middle. Great catch is made by Brinkley at the 40, and he is up to the 44-yard line. Copeland is screaming out to his defensive backs some encouragement, but Johnny, when you're talking about an offensive team that throws the ball this much, they're going to make some completions.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they're going to make some big ones, as we knew coming into this game. And a lot of that is required on Taylor Logan having time to throw it. That was a little tight end drag like Stephenville's been running tonight, and that's one of those things that takes a little time to develop. And if you give him time, he'll hit it.
Stevie, I promise we'll come to you after this. Twins to the far side, 1 to the near side. Ball up at the 44-yard line of Cleburne. Logan is in shotgun. Stephenville leading 14-0 over Cleburne. Logan, quick throw out in the flats. Has a receiver, and the catch is made, and he is thrown down immediately as Rainbolt after a 2-yard completion. Steve, a little bit more relaxed on the sideline than last week?
A little bit, but this is a good test for the Jackets, Boots and John. They get to see a team a lot like them in that they're having the field spread against their defense. Cleburne's trying to go down the field. And I think you're going to see as the game wears on, Stephenville's size starts to take over. If Cleburne starts to tire, Taylor Logan's not going to have the time to throw in the 4th quarter that he has now. The Jackets, on the other hand, giving Kendal Briles all day to throw and really showing the versatility of their offense after pounding it last week.
We'll come back to you after this play and let you talk about Craig Parks. In shotgun is Logan, rolling to the near side in a lot of pressure. Now he goes back to the opposite side. The screen is set up nicely for Brinkley across midfield. 45 inside the 40, down to the 32-yard line. And a nice open field tackle is made by Fanning, and then flags come in late. I don't know if this is going to be a hold or a face mask. 19 yards on the reception. We'll wait and give the call after this. And Stevie, give us an update. I know we talked briefly about Craig Parks, but on as far as a Cross Timbers orthopedic update, tell us what his prognosis is.
Well, all signs are now that he'll be back by the playoff, and that's good news. I haven't had a chance to talk to Craig tonight. He has his jersey on. He's on crutches. They want to keep him in a brace for a couple of weeks and keep the weight off of that knee. He did not have any damage to the anterior cruciate ligament. That's what the MRI showed that he had done Monday or Tuesday. The MCL was torn. And that, however, is something, as we talked about last week, that will not require surgery to heal on its own. So he should be back by the playoffs, and that's going to be a real boost for the Jackets. But the team of Harrison and Howell doing a great job rotating in at that other defensive tackle spot tonight.
All righty, thank you, Stevie. There was a hold at the end of that pass completion play, so the ball will be brought back to the 44-yard line. Only 8 yards on the completion is what it officially is. Play action. Logan looking to throw. He is hit when he lets that one go. It is caught at the 20 and escapes 15, down to the 10, keeps his feet to the 6. First and goal to go for Cleburne, as making the catch was Terrence Fuller in a bunch of traffic. And credit Fuller, there was a lot of coverage on him. He just went up and got the ball and then broke about 3 tackles.
Man, that was pretty, and great composure there by Taylor Logan, standing in the pocket as he got hammered just after he threw the ball. If the defense can get there about a step earlier, they won't have any trouble. I think Cleburne get this in the end zone, though. They're going to have to throw the football.
2:13 to go in the Bank of America first quarter. 14-0 Stephenville. Logan is under center with 3 backs behind him. First and goal. Play action. Logan looking to set. Has a wide open receiver. It's up and over his head. Oh, Logan is patting himself on the head right now because he had 2 wide open receivers. The most open receiver he didn't throw to, and that was Jason Blanchard. He was coming through after the fake on the dive. If he turns around at the goal line, there is no linebacker that picked him up.
Yeah, and that had to be a breakdown for the linebackers. They have a good kicker. If Stephenville can hold here, make them kick, they've got a good shot at it, although we know those aren't automatic.
As we saw last week, second and goal to go. Now, Logan again under center, play action throwing. He's hit immediately when he let it go, and it was over the head of the intended receiver, Jamie Spigner, and Spigner never saw the ball because Logan had to throw it so quick. Stephenville's what defensive tackle was on him? No, it was linebacker blitz. Ryan Harris hit him.
Well, I mean, he upended him. Great form tackle, just grabbed him around the legs and drove him to the ground.
So it's now 3rd down and goal to go from the 8-yard line.
I guess the offensive coordinator believes what I just said. If they're going to get it in, they're going to have to throw it.
Logan back in shotgun. This is where he feels most comfortable. You can tell early in the ball game. Logan in shotgun with Self standing next to him. Logan looking to throw the slant pattern. It's caught and then dropped. He was hit after he dropped the ball, but Terrence Fuller got both hands on the football at about the goal line and could not hang on to it. Maybe a little short arm. Maybe he knew Gunn was coming and fixing to put the big hit.
Yeah, Jesse Fanning was one that was draped all over him and knocked that ball away. Great play there by Fanning and Gunn.
So into kick.
By the way, this is our Rent City quarter. Did I mention this?
Into kick. Block it. For Cleburne. Kyle Robinson. Logan is the holder. Snap back high but handled. Kick is on the way. Plenty of boot on this one. It is up. And it is good. Sorry. 14-3. Stephenville on top of Cleburne after the Cleburne field goal. 1:50 to go in the Bank of America. First quarter, we're back in 1 minute.
Have you tried strategy?
Tanglewood Pharmacy and Tanglewood Medical Supplies are opening their doors to dole out those great products and services that everyone has come to know. Looks like some of their most recent customers have come from surrounding areas. Could this have something to do with the Stephenville Yellow Jackets? No matter where you're from or what you're doing in Stephenville, Tanglewood Pharmacy and Tanglewood Medical Supplies will open their doors to care for you personally.
Are you troubled by strange noises under your car? Do you experience feelings of dread in your drive shaft? Have you or any of your family suspected a spook, specter, or ghost in your machine? If the answer is yes, then don't wait another minute. Call the professionals. We're ready to believe you. Our courteous and efficient staff will take care of you whether you need new tires, struts, brakes, front end alignment, or just a spark in your spook. Trans Texas Tire. We're ready to believe you.
Stephenville on top of Cleburne. 1:50 to go in the first quarter. And Johnny, the last scoring drive.
It was a pretty good one, I have to admit. Let me give you some scores right quick.
All right, we'll come back to the scoring drive.
And I'll do these scores right after kickoff.
Getting set to kick again is Kyle Robinson, who just connected on that 25-yard field goal for Cleburne. High end-over-end kick into the wind will be taken by Gunn. Gunn gives the ball to the dealer. No, fakes the ball to the dealer. And Gunn cuts up at the 25, gets to the outside to the 30, keeps his feet across the 35, gets outside to the 40, to the 43-yard line. And Brady Gunn, when he returned when he received the kick, went to the dealer and just faked it to Phelps, kept it to the far sideline, and all the way out to the 42 is where Stephenville will have great field position to start 1st and 10.
Now that last scoring drive, 10 plays, 72 yards, took 2:58 off the clock. Robinson on the 25-yard field goal. That made the score Stephenville 14-3. That scoring summary brought to you by the Walmart Vision Center. Do have some scores pass along to you out of District 6 4A. It's still in the first quarter. Brownwood, Crowley, nothing. And some other scores out of District 7 3A will pass along after this play.
I got Crowley in 13 points. 1st and 10 for the Jackets. Play action. Briles throwing out the flats. Has Mackins and a block. Across 50, across the 45, down to the 42-yard line. You know, out there blocking for Mackins was big A. Brian Keggins. And, you know, and Mackins got the ball and said, you know, I'm going to let him set up my block. And he said, no, I'll just fly by him.
Yeah, the heck with it. I'm not going to set it up. Just the fact that Keggins was out there, the defender was about 8 yards away from him.
Going, I don't want any part of tackling that guy.
Out of District 7 3A, first quarter score, Dublin 6, Breckenridge nothing. Clifton and Comanche tied at 7 in the second.
Twins to the far side, twins to the near side. Briles is in shotgun. 1st and 10 at the 44 of Cleburne. Looking to throw, still looking. Now throw across and has O'Neal, and Neal cannot come up with it. Slightly behind him was O'Neal. He almost made a great acrobatic catch. He brought it in momentarily, and what was dangerous about that, Johnny, he got so much of the ball by coming back behind him. When he's not able to make the catch, the ball popped up a little bit, and it was almost picked.
Yeah, it was.
And O'Neal, he looks like he's...
yeah, he's gimpy.
He's a little hobbling right now.
I'll have Steve check on that. He's not going to go anywhere, though, that's for sure. Did Kendal get... did he use up his allotment of rushes last week?
I guess he has shown so much composure to want to stay in the pocket and throw the football. Why not? The offensive line is given incredible time.
Man, I'm telling you. 2nd
and 10, trips to the near side, twins to the far side. Briles in shotgun. Great protection again. Crowing across the middle has Avalos. It's through his hands. 2 drops tonight for Cody, and usually a sure-handed receiver, that would have gone for huge yardage. He would have been somewhere around the 20-yard line before anyone would have seen him with the catch. It's now 3rd and 10.
You notice they're only rushing 3 guys now. They're dropping 8 defenders back in the secondary, and that might be an opportunity to run the football a time or two.
Jackets look like they're more of a power set right now, but then they shift out of it. Briles is in shotgun by himself with 4 receivers to the near side. Setting up his Briles, looking to throw, still looking now, has an open receiver. It's caught. O'Neal, check that, or is it Sanatsky down to the 20-yard line? Let's wait till they unstack the pile. It is Sanatsky making one of his first catches of the year. Tight end curl about 15 yards when he made the catch, and then advanced farther for 23 total yards down to the 20-yard line. 1st and 10, Stephenville. You know, Sanatsky's a pretty big target. If you look at him, Johnny goes 6'3", 210.
Was that not 86?
It was. Oh, excuse me, Sean Tate.
Yes.
Well, sorry, Logan. I tried to get you one in there. Sean Tate also 6'1", 180. And there's a timeout taken on the field. Stephenville 14, Cleburne 3. Back in 1 minute on KSTV.
We think there's a special checking account for every...
Make an effort, we'll make the difference. Walk in, try out.
Your friends at Brooks Real Estate want to kick off a winning season by teaming up with the real estate professionals at Brooks Real Estate, the strategy that sells. Call Brooks at 965-5051.
Inside trap handoff to the Zach Rabbit. Hunter powers his way down to about the 10-yard line. It's very close to 10 yards on the carry. We'll wait for the spot. It will be
second.
It is second down, just short of the yardage needed. So officially 9 for Zach.
Kind of a hurry-up offense now, huh? No huddle.
They ran from the sideline after the timeout. It is. One to the near side, two to the far side. In a flanker position is Douglas as Briles gets it in shotgun. Now rolling. Now he'll tuck it up. Has the first down to the 5, and then he ducks his head to about the 4. Wait on the spot. It is enough for a first down, so it'll be first and goal to go from somewhere around the 5-yard line.
Well, if Stephenville can get this in probably on this play.
They will take a timeout right now to keep the wind with 7 seconds remaining. We'll take the timeout with them. 14-3 Stephenville, or do we need to take... Art Briles has come out onto the field. What is this about, Johnny?
I'm not sure. He's asking the official, I think, maybe where they're going to spot the ball. I'm not sure. Steve's got it. Let's go down to Steve.
Go ahead, Stevie.
Well, the clock's supposed to stop on a first down, and the official that called the play dead waved his hands to stop the clock with about 14 seconds left, and it ran down to 7, and that's what they're concerned about.
Coach Art Briles doesn't miss a trick, does he?
Boy, Stevie, are you right in front of the band?
Yes, I am in front of the band.
All right, they'll come. Are they going to change the clock at all?
I don't know. They're talking about where they're going to have supper after the game.
Yeah, they're telling to put 12 seconds back on the clock.
So you ask for 14, you get 12.
Well, that's not bad compared to there were 7. Sorry, Shane, we didn't get to take the break right there.
Well, if Clinton could do that, he'd be happy.
Get 12 instead of 14?
I ask for anything and get some in return, you know. You hear them tell it up there. It's all politics.
So it is first and goal to go at the 5-yard line with 12 seconds. And Stephenville still has another timeout left, don't they?
Oh, yeah.
So if they do not get in here, expect them to take another timeout. Shane will get your break right then. It is first and goal to go just inside the 5. It's 2 receivers to the near side. They are Matkins and O'Neal. Douglas looks like he'll be split that same way, but he is as a tight end. Briles is in shotgun with Hunter standing next to him and 1 receiver to the far side. Briles in shotgun, giving the ball no faking, and Briles keeping, now looking to throw. Has Douglas caught, touchdown. T.J. Douglas went high in the air to bring the pass down from Briles. Stephenville extends 20-3 with 7 seconds remaining in the Bank of America first quarter.
Well, that's a pretty quick answer to, the 3 points scored by Cleburne. Come right back down the field, stick 7 in there. Chance to be up 21-7 at the end of the first quarter.
Or 21-3.
Or 21-3, sounds pretty good.
How long is this first quarter?
I think it's 12 minutes. Is that what you're asking?
Not exactly.
Oh.
Nelson getting set for the extra point. Snap down, hold. Kick is on the way. It is no good. That one looked like he got blocked. It was blocked up the middle. It is no good. So Stephenville 20, Cleburne 3, 7 seconds left in the quarter. We're back in 1 minute.
Cook Lumber and Carpet Center on the South Loop in Stephenville is your home.
Nip in the air, changing leaves. They only mean one thing.
It's football season!
I'm Roger Easter, your local Lennox dealer, and it's also home heating season.
I have the dish, the big screen, the recliner.
He also has a reliable, high-efficiency Lennox heat pump.
Yep, this season this is the best seat in the house, baby.
Thanks to Easter Air, it's also the warmest.
Lennox, one less thing to worry about.
Offering Stephenville's largest selection of colors and styles, Danny's House of Carpet covers all of your flooring needs. Besides our wide selection, our friendly, knowledgeable staff can help you with anything from carpet and ceramic tile flooring to custom drapes, bedspreads, and professional installation. Serving the Stephenville area for 26 years and counting, come by Danny's House of Carpets at 1670 South Loop for all of your decorating needs.
Welcome back, Memorial Stadium. Stephenville 20, Cleburne 3. Jackets getting set to kick off. Ryan Harris will once again get to kick off with that wind. And Johnny, do you have the last scoring drive?
6 plays, 57 yards. Took a minute 43. Douglas on that 5-yard pass from Briles. The blocked extra point makes it 20-3. That scoring summary brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance.
Ryan Harris getting set to kick. Kick is away. Gets underneath this one a little bit. So Rain Bolt at 5 yards deep. Will elect to bring it out. He's at the 5, the 10. Making one man miss, but not another. He gets to about the 16, 17-yard line, and that's where Cleburne will begin first and 10. No time remaining in the first quarter. We go to the second quarter. Second quarter brought to us by Cook Lumber. Stephenville 20, Cleburne 3. Back in 1 minute on KSTV.
Hi folks, this is Greg Bruner for Bruner Motors, and we're gearing up for another year of Stephenville sports. There's no better way to get to this year's games than in a new car or truck from Bruner Motors. Now's a good time to check out our prices on new Chevy half-ton pickups or Pontiac Sunfires, and we've got financing to fit almost any budget. So drop by this week at Bruner's on the South Loop. And don't forget to support the Stephenville Yellow Jackets as they go for their 4th state championship.
At Jake and Dorothy's Cafe, we're serving our 3rd generation. The year was 1948. The same year LP records were introduced. Harry S. Truman was elected president, and Humphrey Bogart was packing them in with Treasure of the Sierra Madre. Jake and Dorothy Roach began offering high-quality food, prompt-friendly service, and fair prices. This almost overnight success continues today under the direction of their daughter, Carrie Roach, who's proud to continue Jake and Dorothy's commitment to providing the best food, service, and price in the area. At Jake and Dorothy's, a little bit of history comes with every meal.
1st and 10, we start the second quarter with Cleburne at their own 17-yard line. This quarter brought to us by Cook Lumber. Taylor Logan again in shotgun with Self standing next to him. Pitch to the near side is Self. Self cuts up at the 15, inside the 20, out to the 30, out to the 32-yard line. Monk making the tackle for Stephenville, and Monk's not a very happy man that he had to make the tackle 12 yards downfield.
That was just a good block on Gordon Carroll as he was just shoved out of the play, and then Self cuts back inside of his kick-out block and gets, 13 yards. Good first play to, get your offense out of that hole.
There's got to be some more great lines having Self as the running back.
Yeah, we'll probably find them in the 4th quarter.
When we're digging. Twins to the far side, one to the near side. Logan again in shotgun, Self standing next to him. Pitch out again to Logan, I should say Self, but this time the other way. He has to cut back, gets back to the line of scrimmage, a late flag, forward for 2 yards, and we'll wait and see what this penalty is. Waiting for the official. It is holding against Cleburne, so at the end of the run, marks this one back about 10 yards.
Have you noticed, Boots? Well, I know you've noticed because there was a turnover on one of them. The deep snaps have not been that great for Logan.
A lot of them hit him right in the shin.
Yeah, or just rolling across the ground, as was that one.
And it's not like this is a center not used to this offense.
Yeah,
they've thrown 130 times this year coming into this game out of shotgun, so you would expect that. It is now 1st down after the penalty. The ball is marched back to the 22-yard line, so it is a 1st down and 21 yards to go. Logan is in shotgun, Twins to the near side, one far side. Snap back to Logan, faking the give. Now he does give, and now the double reverse goes to Rainbolt. Rainbolt throwing deep downfield to Brinkley, wide open, 40, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, and there is going to be a very unhappy Coach Mike Copeland as the Jackets got caught up on the double reverse pass. It goes 78 yards, and Cleburne now has pulled within 11 with the extra point upcoming.
Yeah, that, boy, you can see that one developing up here, and I guess it's always a little easier to see it up here than it is down on the field, but Rainbow just ran right by him.
Well, Jeff Scott was the cornerback chasing, and you don't know if he had responsibility or not, but he was certainly the closest Jacket on the play. Getting set for the extra point is Robinson. Awaiting the snap. Snap back, hold down, kick is on the way. It is up, and it is good. 11:01 to go in the Cook Lumber second quarter. Stephenville 20, Cleburne 10. Back in 1 minute on KSTV. Cook Lumber.
Stephenville offense player. You make an effort, we'll make the difference. Walk in, drive out.
I can't believe you forced up like that. What were you thinking? You weren't thinking, were you? I don't think so. You think you're different? You think you're special? No, I don't. Get that camera out of here. Did we go over this? We did. You want to coach this team? I didn't know it was the last one. He's so sensitive. These are mine, too.
Supporting the Jackets for over 30 years. Bill Tomlinson, class of 67. David Tomlinson, class of 71. The Stephenville Funeral Home, your family's friend in time of need in Stephenville.
It was going to be dangerous as receiving the ball. We had no idea he would take a double reverse pitch and throw it.
Well, that didn't take long, Boots. 2 plays, 83 yards, a minute 6, 78-yard pass from Rainbow to Brinkley. That scoring summary brought to you by Loopy's, who makes score 2010 Stephenville.
We'll go to Steve Ross in just a moment. I'm sure he is over by the defensive coaching staff as they had something to say about that play. Deep kick will be taken by Hunter about 9 yards deep, and he will go to a knee. Stephenville will start 1st and 20. Rossi, what was your perspective on the play on the sideline?
Well, Stephenville just bit on that one. I didn't get a chance to hear what Mike Copeland said to his defense after that. He didn't really have a lot to say to him other than, I'm sure it was everybody maintain your responsibilities. Give Cleburne credit, though, Boots. They've done a good job of setting that up with what they've done, and Stephenville just bit on the run and got burned deep.
Thank you, Stevie. Stephenville will begin 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line, and, John, that's a good point. Let's see how much Stephenville is willing now into this win to run the football.
Yeah, or if they just stay with the game plan and keep throwing.
Briles is under center, 2 backs behind him. Split receivers to both sides. Now the break out of it. Matkins will go in motion to the far side. Throwing out the flats for Matkins. It hits Matkins in the side of the head.
That's a pretty good pass.
He never saw it. He never turned and looked, and Briles hit him right in the side of the head with the football.
That was a great pass. You talk about putting it right on the money.
Did you see Matkins after it hit him? He just kind of turned and looked back to
what was
Kendal
that?
like, what in the world is up?
I think he's going to find out when he gets back to the huddle.
Son, you might want to turn a little quicker.
That's a pigskin, brother. Coming your way.
Twins to the far side. You're right. If you can hit a man right in the head without him looking at a dead run.
Got to be able to catch it.
Briles in shotgun. Hunter standing next to him. Snap back, giving the ball to Hunter. Hunter trying to find a seam. He'll get out to about the 25-yard line to pick up a 5. It'll be 3rd down and 5 for the Jackets.
What's the old adage? If it hits you, you ought to be able to catch it.
Not in that scenario. You're exactly right. You know what? That was almost like the 1-800-AT&T guy.
Yeah, he really gets it stuck in his face. Mask.
Sorry. Twins to the near side.
This is a big 3rd down right here, Boots.
It is. If Cleburne can get the ball back trailing by 10, this was a game they were almost considered out of, especially by this booth early on. Running to the near side is Briles. Briles looking. He'll try to cut up. He's in some trouble. Back at the 20, still in trouble. Now he'll reverse and go to the opposite end. He's got some open with people. Now he'll come back to the sideline. 25 makes a move. Gets to the 30 and out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Ooh. Is it a face mask or is this one coming back?
I think that was going to be a clip.
There is a flag at the 25-yard line, and that's what we saw like Kendal Briles do last week, to improvise and make a lot of first downs out of nothing. But, my, what kind of time did his line gap? They're going to wave off the flag, and it's about time we got one of those.
They might have thought he threw that or something because they were looking at the line of scrimmage when they threw it.
And you can't have illegal receiver downfield when you don't throw the football either, which you never know what they were thinking when they threw that flag. Look at the Cleburne coaching staff. Oh, about 10 yards out.
1st down, too, by the way.
Out to the 34-yard line, so he picked up 9 yards on all that scrambling around. 1st and 10 for Stephenville at the 34, 9:54 and counting in the Cook Lumber 2nd quarter. Stephenville 20, Cleburne 10.
Let's go to Ross after this play. I think he has a take on it.
4 to the far side, 1 to the near side. A wingback is the 4th receiver on the opposite side. Briles inside handoff to that is Hunter. Hunter gets to the 40-yard line. A quick pickup of 5 on the inside wingback trap. Stevie brings it to us.
John, I believe you called it right. The official threw the flag. When it looked like Kendal cocked his arm to throw it, and there were a couple of linemen downfield, but then Kendal tucked it up and ran it on 3rd down like he did so many times last week against Brownwood. I was right here on the sideline. He just has a knack for slithering through guys. And he wore some defensive linemen out on that play. If you'll see number 75 still down on a knee. Great job to pick up the 1st.
2nd and 5 for the Jackets. Pitch to the far side. Gunn looking to cut up. Now goes to the outside. He has the 1st down and gets about 3 more to the 48-yard line as the official spot and about 8 yards on the carry.
Man, somebody's getting knocked around out there by, was it Keggins?
Keggins is out there with Collier.
Man. And I think Tate was out there as well. Yeah, that was Tate.
When you line up Keggins and Collier next to each other, you're talking about 595 pounds of offensive linemen at guard and tackle on that side.
I don't think our whole offensive line weighed that when I was in high school.
1st and 10 for the Jackets at their own 48. Kendal sends four to the far side, one to the near side. Again, one of those four receivers is a wingback. Pump fake. Now trying to throw the deep ball for Bashaw at the 35. Catches 30, 25, 20. Great throw as he laid it right on Bashaw's shoulder at about the 30. He makes the catch down to the 18-yard line. And I don't think Chavez, the cornerback, after the 34-yard completion, never knew the ball went over his shoulder and then right to Bashaw's hands.
Telling you could not throw that pass any better than that right there. That was the only place it could go and be completed. That was a beautiful pass into the wind by Kendal Briles.
Briles in the game right now is 11 of 16 for 219 yards.
Yeah, I've got those first quarter numbers. We'll do that here right after this play.
1st and 10 at the 18. Power. Handoff to Hunter. Hunter gets inside the 15 to about the 14. A gain of about 4 on the play. Give me the first quarter numbers, Johnny.
Man, these are wild. 55 rushing for Stephenville. 185 passing for a total of 240 and 10 first downs. For Cleburne, 30 yards rushing, 126 passing for 156 total, 6 first downs. Did you say that Kendal was like 10, 15 yards behind
Logan coming into the ball game? Because Logan was 10th in the state, Kendal was 11th in the state.
He's 60 ahead in this game, so and not counting that pass.
He may move up to about 5th or 6th this week. Play action. Briles rolling out, setting up. Has O'Neal deep in the end zone. Instead, he'll throw to Bashaw. Caught, touchdown. Bashaw was open as well. Kendal, take your pick, and he does. Touchdown, Stephenville. That one coming from about 14 yards out. Stephenville extends 26-10 with the extra point coming at the 7:46 mark of the Cook Lumber second quarter.
Well, you talk a breakdown in coverage.
With the Jackets missing the last extra point, we'll see out of swinging gate if they do attempt to go for 2. They do not. They will send the kicking personnel out onto the field.
Well, you're still an even, it'll be 17 if you make this.
Good point.
3 scores.
Petronas will get set for the hold as Doty gets set to snap. Even Nelson getting ready for the kick. Snap back, hold down, kick is on the way. It is up and it is good. 7:46 to go in the second quarter.
Years before America's electric cooperatives forged the nationwide alliance, Touchstone Energy, neighbors built their own electric utility to power lives and communities. Now Touchstone Energy cooperatives serve millions of homes and businesses. Customers large and small get state-of-the-art technology and affordable service. From the one-room schoolhouse to the communities and businesses of tomorrow, trust Touchstone Energy, the power of human connections. Brought to you by your local Touchstone Energy partner.
Whether on or off the field, success requires focused knowledge and action. At Investment Centers of America, we focus on your goals, offer you our cumulative knowledge of investments and recommended actions that fit your objectives. We enjoy being your coach, but you're the quarterback. After all, it is your money. Investment Centers of America, Town and Country Bank Building, Stephenville. Investment Centers of America. We know the territory.
Tanglewood Pharmacy and Tanglewood Medical Supplies are opening their doors to dole out those great products and services that everyone has come to know. Looks like some of their most recent customers have come from surrounding areas. Could this have something to do with the Stephenville Yellow Jackets? No matter where you're from or what you're doing in Stephenville, Tanglewood Pharmacy and Tanglewood Medical Supplies will open their doors to care for you personally.
In District 5 4A, Snyder 14, Big Spring 7.
Big Spring coming in ranked 10th in the state 4A.
That's in second quarter. And also in the second quarter, Fort Stockton 14, Sweetwater 14.
Ooh, Fort Stockton. Both those teams coming in having lost last week, or did Sweetwater beat...
Snyder, Big Spring, Sweetwater were the winners.
Sweetwater beat Lakeview last week, that's right.
No score on Andrews, San Angelo, Lakeview right now.
Brown and Crowley tied. I tell you, if Alonzo Floyd has a big game, it's going to be tough for the Lions of Brown County tonight. Virgin with the kick into the wind will be taken by Wilburn out of about the 15 across the 20. Tippy toes out to about the 28-yard line. They look like me running right now.
Here's that last scoring summary, Boots. 7 plays, 80 yards. That's after they just went 83. That's a pretty good answer there. 3:15 time of possession on that one. Bashaw on the 14-yard pass from Briles. PAT is good. It makes it 27-10. That scoring summary brought to you by Barnes & McCullough.
1st and 10 for Cleburne at their own 28-yard line. 7:39 to go. 27-10 Stephenville. Logan again in shotgun. Twins to the near side. One on the far side. Check that is two on the far side. Logan stepping up in the pocket across the middle. Brinkley again with a catch. I should say he drops that one right in his hands. And, ooh, that have been for about 15 when he caught it, and for about 25 at least by the time anyone gets to him. And he just dropped to his knees and plugged his head into the turf to say, why didn't I catch that one?
Well, I tell you, you got to credit the Cleburne offensive line boots. They've done a pretty good job tonight keeping Stephenville off of Taylor Logan.
2nd down and 10 for Cleburne. I will second that. Self standing next to Logan. Twins to the near side. One receiver far side. A tight end look. Low snap, but Handel throwing out the flats and then drop. That's another one off the face mask, it looked like.
That's two looking at two.
Terrence Fuller looked up momentarily to see, was it your Phelps, the strong safety, coming right at him. And Logan's got to be answering Self. Well, he could ask the running back if he wanted to Self, but if he talks to himself, why have the last two guys not caught the ball when I put it right in their hands?
I mean, Phelps was just bearing down on him, as you said. I think the receiver just looked up to see that blue jersey coming his way.
3rd and 10 for Cleburne. Once again, Logan in shotgun.
Here comes the defense.
Long count. Logan quickly throwing it out in the flats. Up for Tarrant. He makes the catch this time and then is upended immediately at the 40-yard line. Terrence Fuller making the catch at the 40 for a 12-yard gain and 1st down Cleburne.
And you got to credit that young man coming right back and making a big catch. Is Fuller with Jesse Fanning just bearing down on him, and he took a big pop and held on to that football.
1st and 10 for Cleburne at their own 40-yard line. 7:16 and rolling here in the Cook Lumber second quarter. Second quarter rolling a little bit faster than the first quarter did. First quarter took over 45 minutes. Logan again in shotgun. Taylor setting up. Now quickly giving inside the draw play. And this time, Cal Gilson does a nice job sniffing it out and will tackle Self before he reaches the line of scrimmage. It'll set up 2nd down and 12. And
man, that was a train wreck right there. They were coming from every direction. And Logan was lucky just to get that ball handed off.
It's a great draw play. As Logan's in shotgun, he sidesteps his back and then puts the ball behind his back on his hip. And it's a blind handoff the defense cannot see. They just have to be aware of that possibility and check their reads. 2nd down and 12. Logan at his now 39-yard line awaits the snap. Long snap count. Low but handled again. Logan rolling out the flats, looking for a receiver. It's caught at the 47-yard line in Stephenville territory. And Brinkley doing a nice job to go to a knee to get that one low up off the turf. 1st down Cleburne at the 6:15 mark. 27-10, Stephenville on top of Cleburne.
Man, that was, again, Ryan Harris just about a step late getting to Logan. He did get to knock him down. Eventually that will wear on the quarterback, but they're just about a step off of getting a good sack deep for against Logan.
Twins to the far side, one receiver near side is Fuller. Self again standing next to Logan in shotgun. Once again, long snap count, and now flags will come back, and it was another low snap. Do you think that all these bad snaps, Johnny, have anything to do with what's going on right over the center's head?
I think so. Clayton Harmon jumped off, and he's indicating to the referee that somebody moved their leg when they were down in position. At least that's what he's trying to sell to the officials, and there is some discussion on that.
I don't know how anybody can see what's going on in the middle of all that. It is dead ball, illegal procedure against Cleburne.
Good call by Clayton.
So, Clayton, well, when you're 6'6", 280 and you're pleading your case, I guess you've got a little bit of power behind that.
Well, we can't beat the refs, too.
Golly.
I can hear that being said.
All the way across the other side.
Yeah.
1st and 15 for Cleburne back in their own territory at the 48. 5:09 and counting. Trips to the near side, one receiver far side. Self standing next to Logan in shotgun again. Snap back, flag coming down, and I think this one was thrown by the referee directly behind Logan. He may have seen something on the interior of the line as well. Dead ball, illegal procedure again against Cleburne. And, you know, they have a delayed snap count on purpose after what I'm sure the scouts saw with Stephenville and Brownwood last week, and they said, let's make the defensive linemen have to get in that three-point stance and freeze a little bit.
Well, and, you know, they're their own worst enemy here tonight on offense. They're moving the ball fairly well against this defense, and they just turned the ball over and made some dumb penalties.
Trips to the far side, one to the near side again. Logan is in the same shotgun position with Self standing next to him. Low snap again, but handled. Under a big rush is Logan, but he sets up the screen. Caught at the 45 across midfield. Inside the 41 man to beat. He does not. He does go the distance. 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Jamie Spagner goes 57 yards, and two big pass plays have helped Cleburne. And could they have had any more of a perfect call? Stephenville had the all-out blitz called when Cleburne had called the screen. Stephenville had the all-out blitz coming. All Logan had to do was wait for everyone to clear and dump the ball right over the top of Spagner. Cleburne has pulled again within 10 if the extra point is good from Robinson. Awaiting the snap. Snap back, hold down, kick is on the way. It is up, and it is good. 4:22 to go in the Cook Lumber second quarter.
Chicken, fresh lettuce, tomatoes, cheese, sour cream, and guacamole. Or try the chicken nachos, cubes of golden grilled chicken topped with Monterey and cheddar cheese and guacamole and sour cream. The double meat double cheeseburger is killer. Complete a meal with cheese fries or the colossal onion rings. And remember, half-price drinks are served from 2 to 5 with our great shaved ice. Chihuahua is real food, real fresh, real good.
Deal has been building quality chainsaws since 1926. Bill's Lawnmower Shop has been providing quality power equipment service since 1966. For an experienced team that can provide excellent service and reliable chainsaws, look to Steele and Bill's Lawnmower Shop.
4:22 to go in the Cook Lumber second quarter. Cleburne has answered. They now trail Stephenville 27-17, and we'll go to the scoring drive right after the Robinson's kick. Approaches his kicking with the wind. High end over end kick. This one will be returned as Gunn gets it at the 10. He drops it, then fakes the handoff and will keep himself out to the 20, trying to get to the sideline. 25, and we run out of bounds at the 26-yard line. That's where Steam will begin 1st and 10.
There's a 15-yard penalty.
Tag on to the end of that. Coming in late with hitting Cleburne. Cleburne's Jason Sneed hitting Gunn laid out of bounds. So instead of at about the 26, this one will be up at about the 41.
Oh, that's a big penalty. That last scoring drive, 6 plays, 72 yards, took 3:24. That 57-yard pass from Taylor Logan to Spagner. The touchdown, extra point good, 27-17. That scoring summary brought to you by the Walmart Vision Center.
Have any scores, Johnny?
Yes, I do. In fact, I got that other score we were looking for out of District 5 4A. Andrews 21, Lakeview nothing at the half. And let's see. I don't know that had a half. That Comanche Clip.
We didn't wrap up. You take care of your business first. Your business is tackling, reading keys, playing pass defense, and what we're not doing that good right now.
And I'm wondering if it's something along the lines of, with the blitzes and stunts, we have not been able to get to Logan, and it's just hurt us downfield on 2 deep balls. Do we come out of that? We'll wait and see. Briles throwing out in the flats, has Hunter. Hunter looking for a block, sets up one, gets to the 45, and then run out of bounds at about the 46-yard line. A pickup of 4 on the play. Let's go to Steve Ross on the sideline, who was near that conversation of the defensive coaching staff.
Well, Boots, it was really hard to tell because, you know, Mike Copeland, he'll change his demeanor a lot of times. He spoke as quietly that time as I've ever heard him get a defensive huddle, and the Can fans make so much noise it was hard to hear a lot of it. What I did hear him say was, you know, we had a good week of practice. We're playing them a little soft right now. If everybody will take care of their responsibilities, we'll stop these big plays.
All righty, Stevie, appreciate that. Stephenville fires off a little bit quick, one of the interior linemen, so erase that last completion, and it'll set up now 2nd down in between 10 and 11 yards. But I bring the point, and I'll pose it to you, Johnny. As many times as Stephenville has tried to blitz and bring stunts on Logan, Logan has yet to be sacked in this ball game. Do you stop that and then just go with dropping people back into coverage?
Well, I think they obviously feel good about their secondary that they can cover these guys, and I don't know. I think you just got to keep mixing it up. Like you can't just let him sit there and pick you apart.
I agree. Play action. Briles setting up, looking to throw, still looking. Now across the middle has Avalos. He makes the catch. 40 inside the 35, down to the 30 to the 28-yard line. Cody hangs on to that one, and a big play down to the 28 yards goes for 30 yards to the 28-yard line, I should say. 1st and 10, Stephenville at the 28 of Cleburne. 3:51 to go in the Cook Lumber second quarter. Stephenville 27, Cleburne 17.
Like that. You can't just let your quarterback sit back there all day and pick you apart, because that's exactly what Briles is doing. I mean, he has had all day.
14 out of 19 for 268 yards and 2 touchdowns for Briles. Pitch to the near side, Hunter. Hunter to look at cup up. Good block inside the 20, inside to the 15-yard line. Zach Hunter running hard. Picks up about 13. It's a first down for Stephenville just outside the 15-yard line.
That is so deceiving if you're a defender. That is a strong young man. He just breaks through arm tackles, and those that can see him can't catch him. It's unbelievable how strong a runner he is.
Jason Sneed, 5'11", 165-pound linebacker, having a tough night right now. He's got his hands on his hips. He has been run over by a lot of pulling offensive linemen right now. Briles is under center, play action, setting up, good protection, still looking out in the flats. O'Neal turned the opposite way that Kendal Briles thought he would turn. O'Neal turned it up. Kendal thought he would go outside, so Kendal threw the out pattern. Incomplete on the miscommunication, second down and 10.
You know, if Briles keeps this up, he might have a career game in passing tonight. Trying to think.
Well, and as long as Cleburne stays close, you know you're going to allow your junior quarterback to keep throwing the ball to keep trying to extend the lead. Second down and 10 for the Jackets outside the 16-yard line. Briles under center. Play action now rolling the other side. The naked bootleg to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Kendal Briles. The naked boot will go for 17 yards officially, and Stephenville will extend 33-17 at the 3:05 mark of the Cook Lumber second quarter. The PAT's upcoming.
Number 64, Alton Fuller, had outside responsibility. Guess what? He didn't maintain it, Boots, and he just laid on the field at about the 5-yard line when Kendal ran by him. He's thinking, when that film is shown, I am going to get in a lot of trouble. I'm not going to be happy.
I don't want to see that.
Boy, that's a great play. Just a great play, and that's the speed of Kendal Briles doing that for you.
And it's so well set up after you see Hunter taking that pitch play so many times the other way when the fake came. Snap back, Petronas. Nelson's kick is on the way. It is up and it is good. 3:05 to go in the second quarter. Stephenville 34, Cleburne 17. Back.
I had to replace my old air conditioner. I wanted one to save me money.
So he called me, Roger Easter of Easter Air, your local Linux dealer.
He recommended an air conditioner that would save me 20%. Do I hear 30, 30 now, 40, 40 now, 50, 50 now, 60, 60% going once, twice to the Linux dealer who recommended high-efficiency system that would save me money.
Yep, save up to 60% or my name isn't Roger Easter.
You sure are a man of few words.
Just trying to be efficient.
Linux, one less thing to worry about.
Supporting the Jackets for over 30 years. Bill Tomlinson, class of 67. David Tomlinson, class of 71. The Stephenville Funeral Home, your family's friend in time of need in Stephenville.
This is going to be a lot of yardage in this game when it's all said and done.
Ooh, big stats.
And you did mention this quarter is going by a little bit faster.
Not anymore.
Well, it's only about 30 minutes old, so.
We still got 3:05 left. And you know Cleburne's going to throw the ball here. Virgin's end over end pooch kick will be taken, I believe, by Blakely up at about the 28-yard line. He's holding the ball like a bread basket out to about the 39-yard line. It wasn't Blakely. It was Spigner, the man who had the long touchdown run momentarily ago.
Nice return there.
Out to the 39-yard line.
Well, I don't know if that's exactly what you want to do there, Boots. You really shortened the field for him now with 2:57 to go in the half, and with Logan able to throw the football down the field, wind at his back.
It's almost like if you're going to hit the pooch kick into the wind, let's hit it even shorter than that so no one can get close to making a return on it. Logan is in shotgun. First and 10 for Cleburne. They're on 40-yard line, trailing Stephenville 34-17. Throwing on the near sideline. It's up, and it's almost picked off by Phelps. Oh, Trey read that one perfectly and came over from center field, stepped in front of the would-be receiver Rainbolt, and if he extends just a little bit more, he might score.
Did you notice that time, Boots, everybody was playing up tight on the receivers. I mean, it was right in their face. Everybody right up on the line of scrimmage. And
no more loose zone, you're saying.
Watch this. Let's see if they do it again.
Second down and 10. That may have been another change that Copeland made. You're right. Fanning and Scott are right up on the outside receivers. Logan is in shotgun. Snap back. Inside trap handoff going to Self. Self will be brought down by Harris. Ryan Harris doing a nice job of staying home at linebacker. Picks up 3 on the play. Third down and 7. 2:43 and counting to go here in the Cook Lumber second quarter. Stephenville 34, Cleburne 17.
You notice every time they have spread the offense like that, the defense like that, they've run on it. That time the safety had to come up, take the guy in the slot. They're trying to clear out the middle of the field, obviously, and run that draw play. Let's see if they do that again.
Big play for Cleburne here toward the end of the half. Same formation. Twins this side, Twins far side. Logan again in shotgun. Low snap, but handled again. Logan, lots of time, throwing across the middle. It's almost picked off. It was overthrown. Blakely was the intended receiver. And was it Gunn? Gunn almost picked off another one. It short hopped him. If he was able to make the catch, I don't think he'd have gone anywhere, but Stephenville would have loved to have had the ball at the 40-yard line.
Well, don't look now.
But it's 4th down.
Yeah, and Stephenville's going to get the ball back. They've proven they can go 80 yards in just a short period of time. Just a moment ago, when 80 yards in 7 plays, did take 3 minutes, but they're going to have about 2 minutes to work with.
Getting set to punt for Cleburne is Aston. Snap back to Aston. His kick is away with the wind. Oh, my goodness, what a boomer. This one will hit at the 10, 5, go in. That one, folks, is a 57-yard punt. And it actually went about 67, but you only get credit to the goal line when it passed there.
Well, and another 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So.
Oh, good point.
Yeah. By the way, the only bad thing about that is there's no return, and so there's still, it only took 9 seconds off the clock.
2:01 remaining in the Cook Lumber second quarter. Stephenville 34, Cleburne 17. Stephenville still has 1 timeout remaining, I believe.
I don't know if our guy that's going to kick attempt a field goal here.
Think they want to kick with a win?
At the end of the second. He's got to be pretty pumped after seeing how far that ball went in the air.
Ford F-150. Twins to the far side, 1 to the near side. Briles is under center. Steading up, looking to throw. Has an open receiver. It's Hunter. It's underthrown. Hunter saw the receiver, I should say the defensive back, coming over and elected not to lay his body out for that one. And I don't blame him because that ball was slightly underthrown. And if he catches that one, he may not wake up till tomorrow.
Yeah, it was thrown out just a little bit out in front of him, too.
Jared Gubbs was the corner that had made a beeline to Hunter. You're right. If that one's thrown a little bit more shallow to the sideline, right, he's probably able to make that catch, and as much momentum as Gubbs has, the cutback is there. 2nd down and 10 for the Jackets back at their own 20-yard line. Briles under center, throwing the quick hitter out to Douglas. Douglas looking to do the hook and lateral, but was not able to get the ball away before he was hit quickly up at the 29-yard line. It is a gain of 9, but you're right. Douglas was looking to pitch the ball, but the Cleburne defensive backs were on him so quick, he couldn't get the ball back to Hunter.
Boy, it was set up, too. They had Hunter out there, just couldn't get the ball to him.
3rd and 1, 1:33 and counting. Look for the Jackets maybe just to get the first down here. Briles will go forward on a sneak across the 30 to the 31, and they'll stop the clock momentarily with 1:26 as they get the first down. Johnny, do you spike it or just hurry up and snap?
I think you just hurry up and snap. You don't want to waste any downs right here. As quick as Stephenville can get to the line of scrimmage, they don't need a lot of time.
1:25 and counting. Jackets have 2 receivers on the near side, 1 to the far side. 1 back is behind Briles. Now Gunn in motion to the far side. Play action throwing out to Gunn. Gunn across the 30, upside the 35, gets across the 40 to the 41-yard line, but he'll be about a yard short of the yardage needed for the first, and there's 1:06 and counting. 41-yard line is the spot, just about a half yard short of the yardage needed for the first down. Twins to the near side, 2 receivers far side. Jackets they have trips to the near side. 50 seconds and counting. Briles will now audibilize out of shotgun. Snap back to him, quickly throwing out in the flats for Mackins. Mackins picks up the block, 45 across the 50 and down to the 48-yard line of Cleburne. Goes out of bounds, but there's a flag on the opposite side of the field on the line of scrimmage, and Stephenville may never have been set.
Great block by O'Neal to get Matkins around the corner, but like you said, I believe that was it. It's going to come back.
And this may be a situation, too, where there was not the correct number of people on the line of scrimmage.
Illegal shift
against Stephenville. So take away a big gain that would have been in Cleburne territory with 39 seconds left. Instead, you back the ball up to your own about 36-yard line.
Still 2nd down, but now, what, about 6, I guess.
Well, and they should start the clock here, too. It is the illegal shift against Stephenville. Trips to the near side. 2 receivers far side. Good, they didn't start the clock. Briles is in shotgun. He audibilizes again. Snap back to him. Quickly throwing out in the flats. Has Gunn. Gunn has 2 blocks across the 45. Momentarily stutter step did Gunn. It is enough for the first down, and that will stop the clock. He had 2 blocks in front of him. He elected not to split them, but try to cut back to the middle.
They're not going to call a timeout. They're going to keep rolling.
33 seconds left as the clock is stopped momentarily as they get the chain set. Twins to the near side, trips to the far side. 30 seconds and counting. Briles audibilizing at the line. Snap back. Briles looking to throw, still looking. Now will throw the deep ball. Has an open receiver. It's Gunn, and it's almost picked off. Coming up to make the play for Cleburne was Raymond Weaver. He stepped up in front of Gunn. Stops the clock with 20 seconds left. Boy, into this win, Johnny, how far do you have to get for a legitimate field goal try?
Well, I would think
15-yard line?
Yeah, 15 or 20-yard line, I would think.
15-yard line puts it at a 32-yarder into this win. Trips to the far side, Twins to the near side. 20 seconds remaining. Stephenville at their own 45-yard line, leading 34-17. Stephenville has 1 timeout. Snap back to Briles, setting up, looking to throw across the middle. Has Avalos. This was high over his head. Not a good pass from Briles, and you see him just kind of pump his fist to the ground. May have been tipped at the line.
Yeah, Kendall's mad at himself. I think he thinks he should have thrown that one a little better.
Avalos was clearing in the middle of the field on that skinny post pattern. If he makes the catch, he's probably tackled somewhere around the 25-yard line, and that would have stopped the clock. 17 seconds remaining. Now it's 3rd and 10. Trips to the far side, a wing back on the near side with a split receiver as well. Snap back to Kendal. Kendal looking, still looking, in some trouble. He'll almost be brought down, but gets away across midfield to the 45. The first down and goes out of bounds at the 41-yard line. Smart move by Kendal to get the first and get out of bounds. 8 seconds remaining on the clock. All right, Johnny, give me a play call here. 8 seconds remaining. You're at Cleburne's 41-yard line.
I get TJ, O'Neal. Now we're going to call a timeout. I'd just put the 3 big guys over here and just put it up. And then throw it to the guy on the far side who will be all by himself.
Well, what do you think about a in-the-middle clearing pattern about 20 yards downfield? If he makes the catch and goes down immediately, it stops the clock. You could have used your timeout then and trotted on the field goal unit. Now, since they take the timeout now, it's almost like they've just conceded we've got to go all the way to the goal line, throwing the ball at least 40 yards into the wind.
Well, remember, they half can in on a defensive penalty. I mean, you've got all those opportunities you're afforded you. And, I just try to score a touchdown here.
Interesting to see, too, is if Stephenville is able to make the catch with as much time as it would take to get downfield, it would be a first down. Would the offense have enough time to get down there and get set up to spike the ball before the clock rolls again?
Boy, it'll be close. It'll be real close.
Stephenville breaks the huddle on the near sideline.
Who knows the Cleburne Yellow Jacket guy that was in the huddle?
He's over there listening.
Did you see that?
No.
Number 1. He's
Chavez.
Yeah, he was right there in the huddle with him.
Twins to the near side, trips to the far side.
He goes, I know this play.
Briles is in shotgun. Snap back. Setting up. Throwing across the middle. It is knocked away. Matkins was going to try to make the catch around the 25-yard line, tipping the ball away. In front of him was Donald Adair. That may be what they were trying, Johnny. 20, 25 yards downfield, and then let's go down and spike the ball.
Yeah, now you got to go to the end zone or hope for a penalty.
Let's go to those O'Neal, Douglas.
Look at the Cleburne Yellow Jackets in the huddle.
They're over there just listening.
One. Look at Coach Briles is not happy about that.
Chavez and Wilborn over there just listening.
Well, they say if you guys are going to come out on the field, we're going to go out there and listen.
Trips to the far side, Twins to the near side, throwing it up. This one will go out of bounds, and that will end it. Second quarter is in the books. Halftime is reached. Cook Lumber brought us the second quarter. Stephenville 34, Cleburne 17. We're back in 2 minutes. Halftime shows up next on KSTV.
Years before America's electric cooperatives forged the nationwide alliance, Touchstone Energy, neighbors built their own electric utility to power lives and communities. Now Touchstone Energy cooperatives serve millions of homes and businesses. Customers large and small get state-of-the-art technology and affordable service. From the one-room schoolhouse to the communities and businesses of tomorrow, trust Touchstone Energy, the power of human connections. Brought to you by your local Touchstone Energy partner.
Tanglewood Pharmacy and Tanglewood Medical Supplies are opening their doors to dole out those great products and services that everyone has come to know. Looks like some of their most recent customers have come from surrounding areas. Could this have something to do with the Stephenville Yellow Jackets? No matter where you're from or what you're doing in Stephenville, Tanglewood Pharmacy and Tanglewood Medical Supplies will open their doors to care for you personally.
Whether on or off the field, success requires focus, knowledge, and action. At Investment Centers of America, we focus on your goals, offer you our cumulative knowledge of investments, and recommended actions that fit your objectives. We enjoy being your coach, but you're the quarterback. After all, it is your money. Investment Centers of America, Town and Country Bank Building, Stephenville. Investment Centers of America. We know the territory.
Your buddy Cole Porter, even though his snaps have been low for the most part, continue to get them back to him. Or Prater.
Yeah.
Ryan Harris getting set
to
get underway here in the Texas Bank third quarter, and the kick is away deep. End-over-end kick that will chase Rainbow back 9 yards deep. He'll bring it out to the 5, to the 10, to the 15, and he is hammered by Walker at the 15-yard line. Not a smart decision on the part of Rainbow.
Where do you see that play on film? Walker, as you said, made the tackle. He was the wedge buster. He did it all. He busted right through that wall and single-handedly went in there and made the tackle. And, boy, there you see the speed of David, then also the strength as he just broke right through about 5 guys and made the tackle deep back in Cleburne territory.
1st and 10 for Cleburne at their own 15-yard line. Jacket defensive backs are playing up a lot tighter on the receivers.
Yeah, it's a different story now.
Logan in shotgun sends one man in motion to the near side. It is Rainbow wanting to throw it. It's batted away by big Clayton Harmon. He had a huge rush and knocked Logan's ball out of midair. It's 2nd down and 10.
Now that took just a little bit too long, and I think a lot of that had to do with what you mentioned just as they came to the line of scrimmage. Playing a little tighter now in the secondary as the corners have come up, the safeties have come up as well, Boots.
2nd down and 10. Twins to the near side with a tight end as well on the near side. One receiver far side. Logan again is in shotgun with one back standing next to him. Snap back to Logan is handed off on the draw itself, and Harmon again is right there. As well, another Jacket will wait till they unpile. Was it him by himself?
No, it was the lineman.
Well, I saw the dark pants. Gilson was in there. But Harmon was the first one there. 2-yard loss. It's 3rd down and 12.
There were 3 guys on the tackle. It was Harrison, Harmon, and the offensive lineman.
Because they drove him right into the self.
I'm telling you, that was crazy.
3rd down and 12 just underway here in the Texas Bank third quarter. 34-17, Stephenville over Cleburne. Trips to the near side, one to the far side. Logan again in shotgun. Snap back to him. Looking, still looking. He's sacked by Scott Lee. Back at the 10-yard line, and Logan did not have as much time as he has in previous situations. It'll bring up 4th down now and about 15.
Well, and boy, you got to, you've heard this before, Boots, but let's say it again. Credit the secondary for that sack because he had nowhere to go. They were just blanketing the receivers from Cleburne, and if he's going to take that long, he's not going to get that long. I mean, that's going to be the end result.
Aston will punt out of his own end zone with the wind into his face.
Boy, just what you wanted to start the second half.
Gunn and Phelps are back deep for Stephenville. Snap back, a good one. The kick is away. Spiraling, good booming kick that will come to the 45 across midfield, across the 45 of Stephenville to the 44-yard line. 44 yards into the wind. Give credit on the kick as the Stephenville return men automatically stuck their hand up for the fair catch and then ran away from it. 46 yards officially the kick, and wow. You're talking into a 15 to 20 mile an hour breeze. He kicked that punt.
Man, I'm telling you, that was stout. That was exactly what they needed after an offensive series that went nothing but backwards.
44-yard line of Stephenville is where the Jackets begin. Briles under center, 2 backs behind him. The tailback now, Hunter, goes in motion far side. Play action throwing out to Hunter. Hunter trying to get to the outside. He does momentarily and then is run out of bounds near midfield. A pickup of about 5 on the play. It'll set up 2nd down and 5 on the hookup from Briles to Hunter.
I've heard people say about the play like that right there, Boots, throw it down the field. That's not a big deal, but Hey, if you'll take a running play that'll give you 5 yards, why won't you take a passing play?
No difference in the Stephenville offense.
None at all.
Twins to the far side, one receiver near side. It is Bashaw. The one back is Hunter. Double tight end look for Stephenville. Inside trap handoff now faking that. Now Briles throwing the deep ball over the middle. Bashaw was held up momentarily at the 30-yard line, and they will not get the holding call as the ball goes over Bashaw's head. But he was definitely being tugged on around the 30 by the cornerback on the near side. And let's wait and get to see that. That's Raymond Weaver.
Boy, you got to give Weaver credit because he just grabbed Bashaw as he went by him. And, you know, that's a great play if you get away with it.
5'8", 155 pounds is Weaver. O'Neal split out on him, 6'4". Now throwing out the flats is Mackins. Great catch across midfield. 45, 40 to the outside and knocked out of bounds at the 37-yard line. A nice catch from Mackins because Briles hit him in stride, but with a lot of heat on that missile. And Mackins did a wonderful job of watching it into his hands in front of him, then cradled it to his body, then extended for the first down.
And nice block there by John Gilbert, who had just came into the game for Keggins. Went out there and made that good block to get him around the corner.
Briles in shotgun. 3 to the near side, 2 to the far side. Rolling this way is Briles. In some trouble, makes one man miss, now another. Now throwing the deep ball for Cody. It's picked off by Chavez at the 5-yard line. A flag is down.
This one's coming back.
At the 15-yard line, finally Chavez is tackled, and then more flags are thrown.
That was a horrible play for Cleburne, roughing the passer.
Now, my question is the roughing the passer before or after the change in possession, or does it matter?
It's got to be as soon as he lets go of the ball. It's coming back. It's got to come back.
Well, and let's wait. After the change in possession, there was another flag. If that is against Stephenville, is it offsetting?
Either way, I think we're in pretty good shape here.
Getting the ball back.
Yeah,
and that may be exactly what they're talking about. Steve Ross is over there beside them, and we'll go to him right after this. It is personal foul, roughing the passer against Cleburne. It is dead ball holding.
Personal foul.
Well, the last one was a push.
No, it was personal foul, wasn't it? They were both personal fouls.
Well, they were both dead balls. Let's go to Steve Ross. Give us an explanation, please.
I know we had 2 personal fouls on that play. One was the roughing the passer, and the second one came late as the tackle was being made. That was also against Cleburne. It was a dead ball personal foul on the second one.
So do we get 30 yards now if it was a dead ball?
No, we don't. Stephenville does.
I am weak.
You're going to have to stay where you are.
I graduated from this school. Thank you very much.
Hey, number 35, Jason Sneed is the guy that got the roughing the passer on Briles. That was, man, you talk about a late hit. I mean,
it was silly on my part. To take the second penalty would mean we give Cleburne the football. Right. So you decline that one and take the first one. 1st and 10 for Stephenville at the Cleburne 24-yard line. So a wipe away the interception. Now a quick flash to Mackins. The hot pattern will get him down to the 9-yard line. He was lined up as a short flanker or a wingback and just took the hot pattern from Briles, made one man miss, and then gets inside the 10 for a 1st and goal situation for Stephenville.
Yeah, the Brownwood scouts got to be sitting up here going, where was this last week? They have no defense for this passing attack tonight. None.
Oh.
I mean, none. I mean, everything's open.
4 receivers to the far side and 1 to the near side. And I give this question, Johnny. If Stephenville decided this was the attack they wanted to give last week, how much different would the passing attack have been? Briles is under center, throwing out in the flats, finds a receiver. It's Hunter across the 5, touchdown, Zach Hunter. The quick hitch out to Zach Hunter, had some receivers in front of him for the blocks. It will go 9 yards, and Stephenville extends 40-17. PAT upcoming in the 9:21 mark of the Texas Bank 3rd quarter.
That was a great play. One, they just, Steve Ross talking about Cody Cardwell being down on the sideline. That was one that I'm sure Cody saw quite a few of last year in his career as Stephenville Yellow Jacket. Throw 3 guys out in front of you and block it, and then just let the speed of Zach Hunter run into the end zone.
Nelson getting set to kick the extra point. Snap is back. Hold is down. Kick is on the way. Flags are... The kick was good. The flags have been thrown. Let's wait and see.
You know, that was almost a lateral.
On the throw out to Hunter. It may very well have been.
The
penalty is going to be against Cleburne. It is a personal
foul.
It is a personal foul against Cleburne. Expect that to be marched off on the kickoff. The extra point is good. 41-17 our score, 9:21 to go in the third quarter. We're back in 1 minute on KSTV.
Nip in the air, changing leaves could only mean one thing.
It's football season! I'm Roger Easter, your local Lennox dealer, and it's also home heating season.
I have the dish, the big screen, the recliner.
He also has a reliable, high-efficiency Lennox heat pump.
Yep, this season this is the best seat in the house, baby.
Thanks to Easter Air, it's also the warmest.
Lennox, one less thing to worry about.
Stephenville office, please. You make an effort, we'll make the difference. Walk in, drive out.
Personal foul has been marked off against Cleburne, so Stephenville will kick off at Cleburne's 45-yard line. You still got Ryan Harris in the game.
This may land in Cleburne.
I have a feeling this one's going through the uprights.
He's going to show us well how to do this, right?
He wants the truck. 41-17.
You don't qualify, sir.
With that last, he can't have played football in the last 5 years.
Hey, we have some updated scores for you. We'll do it right after this kickoff. And the scoring summary as well.
Man, I don't know. Let's pooch one and see if we can get it.
20's not a bad place to start.
I understand. Ryan Harris approaches the ball. Kick is away. He does hit the underneath kick that will be taken at the 5 kicks. And it's fair caught at the 4-yard line.
Oh, no.
Terrence Fuller just fair caught the ball at the 4-yard line of Cleburne.
There's a guy like to drop into a hole.
Look at the coaching staff from Cleburne. They all just bent over and looked at the ground. Folks, there was no one within 25 to 30 yards of him in a blue jersey, and he fair catches the kickoff at the 4.
Thank you. That last scoring drive, 6 plays, 56 yards, only took 58 seconds. Hunter, 9-yard pass from Briles. That scoring summary brought to you by Loopies. Update from Brownwood. It's now Brownwood 21, Crowley 14. That's in the third quarter. Granbury 24, Burleson 3 in the third quarter.
Taylor Logan stands in his own end zone as he awaits the snap at shotgun. Pump fake, now throwing out in the flat. It's up and it's caught and then knocked away. Oh, Phelps with a beautiful job to hit Terrence Fuller right when the ball came to him. He had it momentarily, knocked it out of his hands. And if he had turned around just a hair quicker, he may have seen the ball for the pick. Also credit on that sideline, Fanning, who was shadowing Fuller the whole time. Excellent coverage as well.
Well, I'm telling you, Cleburne better get a first down or some yardage or something. If they go 3 and out again, this deal is, this may be a running game for the rest of the night.
Trips to the far side, one receiver near side. Logan, for the first time in a long time, is under center. One back behind him is Self. Draw on the play goes to Self. He's across the 5 and maybe to the 7 or 8. Cal Gilson doing a wonderful job staying home at middle linebacker to tackle him at the 9.
Pretty predictable.
Maybe the 8. It's a 5-yard pickup, so now it is going to be third down. Well, actually, he was only given 3 yards, so it's going to be third down at about 7. Got to get almost to the 15-yard line.
Boy, there are a lot of former Stephenville Yellow Jackets here
on the sideline.
On the sideline in this game, some of which Ross mentioned at halftime.
Trips to the far side again. One receiver near side again. Logan is under center with one back behind him. Running the option is Logan. Logan will cut it up and then he'll go to about the 10 or the 11, and that's about it. And you see why...
he wanted to pitch that ball, but the pitch man wasn't there.
You see why Taylor Logan is a drop-back passing quarterback. Running is not his forte, even though he picked up about 4 yards on the play. But it's 4th and 3 at the 11. And once again, Aston's going to have to kick out of his own end zone.
Great kick last time, though, wasn't it?
I wonder
same spot.
I wonder if you're going to fair catch, why not go ahead and just catch it and not give up the extra 15 yards they did last time? We'll wait and see. Aston again will let this one go from about his own goal line. Stephenville leading 41-17 over Cleburne with 7:54 to go in the Texas Bank third quarter, and he shanks it. This one hits at the 35 and goes out of bounds at the 37-yard line. And Stephenville will begin in wonderful field position, only 26 yards on the kick.
Did you notice, I know Steve was right down there, but did you notice when he went down to get that ball, he almost put his knee.
Oh,
I mean, that would have been a safety.
Well, there was so much pause, I thought he was thinking about running it.
It just really threw off his timing. I think that's why he didn't get that one quite as well. I thought it looked to me like he was close to taking the knee right there. And boy, how crazy would that have been to get two points on a safety.
Stephenville has excellent field position at the Cleburne 37-yard line. Briles in shotgun, has 4 receivers on the left side split. Widest is Matkins. Now Briles rolling that way, setting up, looking to throw. Has O'Neal, but it goes through his hands. It was slightly behind Douglas.
Yeah. Well, they're not letting up or slowing down, are they?
2nd down and 10 for Stephenville. Rossi, do you think things have settled down enough for you on the sideline? Is there a little bit better of an air of comfortable?
There is, but you got to give Mike Copeland credit. He's one of the best defensive coaches for making halftime adjustments. We've seen it time and time again. If you'll notice, those first 2 drives, they went to a cover 2 scheme in their defensive backfield, and that has dealt Josh Logan fits, and it's allowed those defensive linemen to get to him, and it's made all the difference. Cleburne's got nothing.
Briles in shotgun, throws out to Matkins. Matkins across the 35 to the 30, inside the 25, 20, 15, and he's knocked out of bounds and around the 7-yard line. Matkins taking the quick hitter from Briles. It goes 30 yards down the sideline to the official spot is the 7.5. So Stephenville again has 1st and goal to go quickly here in the 3rd quarter.
Well, that little guy doesn't need a lot of room to run, does he? And just a slight block is all he needs. You can see the speed of Matkins on that one as he just tore down sideline. Looked like he might have been better off going inside. Never hesitated, streaking right down the sideline.
Douglas is split to the far side by himself. 4 receivers to the near side. Briles is under center. They've sent a larger defensive back to get out on Douglas. Briles will instead throw to Hunter. Hunter looking for a block. He's got it. Does he get to the goal line? No. Very close to the 2. No, the 3 is where he's going to be spotted. Hunter just ran out of real estate to run.
That looked like the same play we scored on the other side. Pretty much the same play.
And it's almost as you looked at Kendal came to the line of scrimmage, it was his option. Look to the left where Douglas was split by himself. See if there's a mismatch. If there's not, throw it to Hunter, who's with 3 other receivers, and let them make some blocks for him.
Well, that's, I mentioned this so many times throughout the weeks, but that's one thing about this offense. Great blocking by the receivers.
Briles under center, 2 backs behind him. Giving the ball to Haney. Haney gets close to the goal line. He's over the top. Touchdown. Derek Haney gets the score. The senior fullback does. Extends the lead for Stephenville now 47-17. The extra point upcoming at the 7:28 mark here in the 3rd quarter, brought to us by Texas Bank.
Well, it didn't even take 2 minutes to let Cleburne have the ball and then get it back and score. They scored it at the 9:21 mark, now it's 7:28.
Eben Nelson getting set for the extra point. Snap from Doty, hold from Petronas. Kick on the way, it is up, and it is good. We go to the break. Stephenville 48, Cleburne 17. Back in 1 minute on KSTV.
Strong numbers. That last scoring drive, 3 plays, 37 yards. It only took 20 seconds. Haney on the 3-yard run. PAT good at 48-17. Scoring summary brought to you by Barnes and McCullough.
Virgin into kick, deep for the Jackets. End-over-end kick will be taken by Rainbolt. Check out, that's Fuller. He does not fair catch this time. He's across the 20, across the 30, across the 35 to the 40-yard line.
Ooh, a little kicking going on down in the pile. Easy, boys. Separate and go your separate ways.
Some scores update, Johnny?
Yes, indeed. Out of District 7-3A, it is now a final. Clifton, we're 7 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter.
Yes.
Clifton 17, Comanche 7. Eastland 3rd quarter 7-6 over Glen Rose. DeLeon 35, Rio Vista 6 in the 3rd quarter. I got another score that's going to surprise you, I think.
Taylor Logan in shotgun, inside trap, handoff to Self. Self gets across the 40, gets to the 45, to the 47-yard line.
That's a good call there.
8 yards for Self. One of the Jacket defenders had a chance to get him in the backfield, but he's a tough runner, hard to be bringing down with just the arm tackle. The surprising score?
Out of District 6, man, does this surprise you? Blum, 48, Gordon, nothing. That's a final. Oh. Gordon, 5-1, 1-0 in District. Blum came into that 3-3, 0-1. And this also...
Where was that game being played?
At Gordon. Here's another final. Strong, 72, Morgan 12. We may have something similar to that.
Logan is under center, once again giving the ball to Self. Self across midfield, inside the 45 of Stephenville, inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. And back-to-back runs for Self have netted him almost 30 yards on those 2 runs. He gets all the way to the 39.
You know, this is as if Cleburne is saying, we know we're not going to win this game, so let's just hurry up and get it over with.
Let's work on some other stuff. Well, I mean, whether they win or not tonight, their big game is next week.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
They host Brownwood next week, and I think whether they think they can win this game or not at this point, they may decide, let's work on some other things to get ready for next week.
I got a question about last week's game. I want to ask you about that again.
Logan again is under center. 1st and 10 at the 39 of Stephenville, and they'll hand the ball again to Self. Self will get inside the 35, to the inside the 30, to the 28-yard line, at 12 yards, maybe 11 for Self, and another first down.
They're getting in big chunks.
3 carries in a row for Self, 3 first downs in a row.
I had a question I want to ask you, Coffee Coach, before we went on the air. You know, I can hear you and Coach Briles talking.
Sure. Did
he say to you, just before we went on the air, about last week's Brownwood game? Boots, I have no idea what I said in the post game.
Yes, he did. He said, he goes, Boots, how did I say on the post game show? I said, well, you're fine. You answered all the right questions. He says, it's such a blur. I don't remember anything.
He was pretty excited, wasn't he?
Yes.
Well, he should have been.
Twins to the near side, 1 receiver to the far side. I've got another comment on that. Logan, shotgun, throwing the ball.
I got it.
To no one.
I got it. To the helmet.
Yeah, he was throwing it there. I mean, that was 40 yards from anyone.
I think Steve Ross could have, with his great quickness and speed, he could have got down there and
he could have gotten to it. He would not have caught it.
Yeah.
The hands of stone.
Your other comment?
Oh, about the Brownwood game last week, about the things he said. Yeah, he was a very excited man, but we've made him a media monster that he is, that he can be in such a blur and not know what he's saying, and he says all the right things.
But still pull it off.
Stand back to Logan in shotgun, 2nd down and 10, rolling to the near side. The left-hander looks, throws to the near side. Great catch by Rainbow as he's knocked out of bounds at the 18, and he's knocked into the kicking net. Steve Ross, right in front of you. Did you have anything to say like smack when he got up?
No, not
I don't talk when I'm running that fast, Bruce.
No, well, you shouldn't. That was a nice goal there. Boy, Gilson was bearing down on Taylor Logan. He was really close. And give credit Cal Gilson for pulling up, not hitting him.
It is short of the yardage needed for a first. It's 3rd and 1, just inside the 20. They need to get inside the 19 of Stephenville. Logan again under center. The one back is Self. Twins to the far side, 1 to the near side. Give to Self. Self gets free for the first down to the 14-yard line. He was stacked up at the 20. One of the Jackets had a chance to tackle him at the line of scrimmage. He escaped, and it is another first down for Self at the 14-yard line. It sounds like I'm talking in third person.
Yeah, it's done. They've done it all on the ground tonight, too. On this drive, you got to credit them there. Get some great blocks up front by that offensive line, who's done a great job tonight.
This drive started at their 39-yard line. They are to the 14-yard line, and all but 9 yards have come on the ground. Logan under center again, one back behind him, and again he takes the handoff. Self, and this time, no sir. Clayton Harmon, 3 yards deep in the backfield, evaporates Self. And now a late flag comes down in the secondary.
The back judge is as somebody might have been talking.
This is between Phelps and Rainbolt.
Uh-oh, and it's pointing at Rainbolt. Oh, that's a dumb penalty. They've had a few of those tonight. Just a little breakdown, and I know it's hard to play from behind, especially when you're just getting dominated like that.
This will be a dead ball and sportsmanlike conduct against Cleburne, specifically number 14.
Official heard it, whatever it was he said, but he was about 10 yards from him.
So it must have been pretty loud.
Must have screamed it.
And the worst part is you back up the 15 yards from where the sack, I should say, where the loss on the play occurred at around the 18-yard line. 17-yard line, and so they'll match this one out to the 32.
Now what you do if you're one of the defenders, you get up to him real close on this play and go, how'd that work out for you?
You whisper it right to him.
And you might get another 15.
Logan in shotgun as Rainbolt goes in motion to the far side. Logan setting up now, looking back to Logan. Over the head of Spigner, the intended receiver.
Clayton Harmon was bared down again. Also, Big Scott Lee was in there.
Spigner, one of the harder names to say as a receiver this year we've had.
Look at Coach Briles. Tap the official there like as if to say, you're doing a great job tonight.
We haven't had to talk to you at all.
Well, you know, they really have. I mean, there's been a lot of personal fouls and stuff like that, but
I'd be interested. Stephenville has not had that many penalties called against them tonight.
They had about 6 in the first half is all.
2 to the near side, 2 to the far side. Logan setting up the screen. It's set up perfectly. It's thrown to Self at the 30, inside the 25 to the 20. Makes a move to the outside, inside the 18, 15. Knocked out of bounds at the 11-yard line. And you know, Johnny, with all of that he made, because he gained about 20 yards on the play, it brings up 4th down and 6.
Man, that was a great play. I thought we had that one defended that time. I thought they'd got to Logan before he was going to have a chance to get rid of it. You could tell they were trying to set it up by letting the defenders come in.
4th and actually 7. They need to get to the 4-yard line. They are at the 11. Cleburne will go for it at the 4-minute mark here in the Texas Bank third quarter. Stephenville 48, Cleburne 17. Logan under center. Self is the back behind him. Going the deep fade pattern. Up, knocked away. Ball will turn over on downs. The intended receiver was Blakely. Back there was Scott and Gunn on defense, as well as Gilson peeling off to get a hand in there. Ball knocked away, and Stephenville will take over on downs at the 11-yard line.
Much like that, a couple of drives Brownwood had last week, Boots. They drove way down the field, walked away with nothing. And I think the Can fans very appreciative as they're up shaking their cans, showing their appreciation for this defense. By the way, still only 17 points in this game, 20 being the most they've given up all year.
I hear what you're saying. What was the most effective thing Cleburne did on that particular drive?
Run the football.
How about a draw play on 4th and 6?
Yeah, I mean, they had it set up.
Briles in the game, throwing out in the flats where he was. He's in some trouble, and now try to make some men escape, and he does. Across the 5, gets across the 10, the 15, and run out of bounds at the 18-yard line. They'll mark it at the 17, but that's all Kendal Briles.
Matkins came back and got a good block as Kendal set him up to get him out and get outside of him. Good block as Matkins saw the play was breaking down, came back and made the block.
You know who he reminds me of is when he does things like that in the backfield at quarterback and he's scrambling around looking for something. About 3 or 4 years ago, we played Abilene. Abilene had a quarterback that did that a lot. Stephenville could have him completely contained, and he made something out of nothing so many times, and it hurt Stephenville on that.
If I recall, that young man turned out to be a pretty good football player.
What's his name? Handoff to Walker. Walker gets close to the yardage needed for the first. It's a gain of about 4.
I think it's Sleepy Floyd, isn't it, Ross?
Go ahead. That's Ahmad Brooks, and he's now the starting left cornerback for the University of Texas.
He is.
So a great back that he is. Hey, Steve Ross, you've had a chance down there to see a lot of old Yellow Jackets hanging around.
Yes, I have. I may try to corral Cody Cardwell, Colin Luker, one of the many other luminaries on the sideline tonight. When this game gets out of hand, we'll talk to him, but still very much in doubt at 48-17.
Yeah, this just in.
Yeah. Ask Cody later about the big game. Throwing the deep ball up for Cody. Cody makes the catch at the 50, 45, 40. It's the same number and everything to the 31-yard line. This time it's Cody Avalos.
You didn't miss a beat. That's good broadcasting there, brother.
Thank you. Hey, Steve Ross, I want to come back to you. And when you talk to Cardwell, ask him about the 58-yard halfback pass to him. I'm sure he enjoyed that little deal. If you missed it, SMU won their first football game this past Thursday night. 47 yards on the hook up to Cody.
Yeah, Cardwell had a great night.
And Cody Avalos, not a bad night tonight.
Yeah.
Same number. 1st and 10 for the Jackets at Cleburne's 30. Play action fake. Now O'Neal is open deep at the 10. 5, touchdown. Tack on another 31 yards for Kendal Briles as he finds O'Neal at the 10 open. And Stephenville extends 54-17 with the extra point upcoming at the 2:50 mark of the Texas Bank third quarter. Highest output of the year for Stephenville.
Man, how open was he? Ooh.
Boy, you know, the people, the ROTC, were wanting to get rid of 16 or 17 rounds tonight.
I think they've done it.
I think they may run out. Eben Nelson getting set for the kick. A snap back high, but handled. The kick is on the way. It is no good. A high snap from Petronas hit.
Well, I know you made a lot of folks from Stephenville proud. Good luck and continue to congratulations being a starter your first year. I know 2 or 3 games you've been their leading receiver. Hope it keeps up. Thank you. All right, thank you. That's Cody Cardwell. And I've got Kellen Luker here when you guys are ready.
All right, we'll come to you right after this. Cody Cardwell, not used to being caught from behind, but welcome to Division I football.
Yeah, no kid.
Virgin getting set to kick off. Stephenville 54-17 over Cleburne. End over end kick will be taken by Fuller. He drops the ball, then he boots it forward to the 15, then picks it up, then comes to the 20-yard line, and he is smacked under at the 22. Let's go back to Steve Ross. Stevie?
All right, I'm with SMU's quarterback, Kellen Luker. Now, Kellen, Stephenville's run the football a lot tonight. You guys from the WAC show up, and all of a sudden the air's filled with footballs. How's that happen? He's as stuffed as we are. How do you like things up on the hill, Kellen?
I'm enjoying myself. It's really fun. I'm enjoying watching Clay doing a good job. I'm hoping next year I'll be with him.
I got an idea you will. A lot of folks got to see you on TV. I know it's a big treat for everybody here. You made Stephenville proud, and congratulations once again on all the records you set last year.
I appreciate it.
What do you think about the 99 Yellow Jackets? Are they going to go?
I told somebody that if they didn't go, I was really angry. I thought they had the talent to beat anybody.
Well, they look like it tonight. Kellen Luker, great to talk to you, and good luck at SMU.
I appreciate it.
All right. All right, Stevie, we appreciate that. Self takes the handoff. Kevin Self out to the 32-yard line, a gain of 9. And boy, Self's putting together a nice little game for him right now.
Boy, they sure start gathering around when the microphone's on, don't they?
Handoff again to Kevin Self across the 35, out across the 40 to the 42-yard line, and a flag is thrown 50 yards. I exaggerated, but that is projectile flag throwing right there. The back judge threw that thing 30 yards in the air.
This game's starting to get taken a direction I don't think anybody wants to see it go. I'll just say it that way.
There was a flag behind the play. This is clipping against Cleburne. You don't often see that anymore, and boy, that's a dangerous penalty.
Yeah. I really don't like the way this thing is starting to go. I understand, you getting frustrated and all, but, you just got to keep your head and keep playing football, and I hope it'll continue to go in the right way instead of the way it's headed.
The penalty takes the ball all the way back to the 21-yard line, so erase the great run by Self, because this penalty took place around the line of scrimmage.
Well, it's always good. We say this year in and year out. It's usually in the playoffs when this happens, Boots. It's always good to see former Stephenville Yellow Jackets come back, stand on the sideline, and Kellen down there talking to all the defensive guys. Of course, all guys that pretty much that he played with last year.
And this is a timeout taken by Cleburne. I have a feeling the coaching staff is talking about what you just talked about, Johnny. We're trailing 54-17 with 1:39 to go in the third quarter, but there's no reason to lose character. Yeah. We'll take a 1-minute timeout. We're back, and after that on KSTV.
Cowboy.
Looking at Logan, when he throws the ball on the run with that left arm sling, an accurate, good throwing quarterback.
He is a very good throwing quarterback, and given the time, he's done a lot of damage tonight.
We'll give you his numbers right after this play. Logan in shotgun. Ball actually spotted at the 40. Pump fake. Now throwing the deep ball for Brinkley. It's up, and a great catch and almost made by Brinkley. Diving, he goes through his fingertips. Good coverage downfield by Wooten as well as Melton deep for the Jackets. In the game so far, Taylor Logan is 13 out of 26 for 249 yards, a touchdown and an interception. And normally you'd say that's a pretty good night for him, throwing the ball 250 yards. Folks, Kendal Briles in the game has 450 yards throwing tonight. And I don't remember Kellen Luker last year throwing for over 450. Can you remember, John?
No. Well, maybe we could ask Kellen. He might know. I think there was a penalty against Cleburne down here.
Well, let's see. They are marching it back to the 30. It would be a 10-yard penalty, so it'll bring up First and 20 for Cleburne back at their 30-yard line. 1:24 to go in the third quarter. Brought to us by Texas Bank.
450 passing.
And he has 76 yards rushing. Folks, that's 525 all-purpose. In some trouble is Logan. He will throw out to Spigner. Spigner makes the catch at the 35 across the 40 to the 45 out to midfield. And he is very close to the yardage needed for a first down. Spigner needs to put that ball up under when tucked when he runs.
Gordon Carroll thought he was going to have him back at about 35, and Spigner just made a great fake and ran right by him. And as you said, got very close to the first down. Almost got all 20 yards back in one play.
19 yards on the completion. The ball is just inside of Cleburne territory.
And finally, under a minute to go in the third quarter.
Twins to the near side, one to the far side. Tight end look as Logan is under center. Self the back. Self takes the handoff. He will get the first down as he stumbles down to the 45-yard line of Stephenville.
Well, I tell you, this has been a... you got to give him credit for not quitting right here, Boots, on offense.
Self on the night has 93 yards on 17 carries.
Looks like Trey Phelps is going to get a rest from here on in. He's coming out. David Walker went in for him.
First and 10 for Cleburne at the Stephenville 45-yard line.
Petronas over at that corner as well.
Logan is in shotgun. He sends Rainbolt in motion to the near side. Rolling to this side is Morgan looking to throw. Logan, I should say, through the hands of Rainbolt. Rainbolt would have made the catch. It'd have been around the 30. It goes for naught. Second down and 10.
Ken Howe playing right now.
Silva is in there.
Silva's in there. I saw him. Wooten, you already mentioned.
Chad Hodges.
Chris Stone in there.
Monty Derrick as well. A lot of these players getting some extra playing time. Nathan Wilson for the Jackets.
And Medina. I think we got them all right there. And that stops the clock.
And this is valuable playing time for these guys.
You bet it is. They got a whole fourth quarter to work.
Two receivers far side, one to the near side. The split receiver by himself is Jordan Brinkley. Logan in shotgun. Snap is low, but handled. Throwing out in the flats. Good catch made by Self across the 40, inside the 35 to the 33-yard line. But he had stepped out of bounds at the 33-yard line, the official says. That was unusual. He was going out of bounds at the 33-yard line, and the ball was fumbled after he stepped out of bounds. But it went back against the grain toward the players. The ball did.
Boots, you talk about a mismatch down on the sideline on the bench. Look. Down about the 45-yard line, you got Gilson and Doty, and then Scott sitting between them. That's a little bit of a difference in size, isn't it?
Scott feeling pretty protected right now.
Yeah, that's right. Come on, boys.
Snap back to Logan, setting up in the shotgun, throwing out, has Self again. Escapes one tackle. He does not. A great open field tackle is made for the Jackets. Richard Silva in the open field. Gain of about 4 on the play. It'll set up second down, and that will do it for the Texas Bank third quarter. Our score, Stephenville 54, Cleburne 17. We're back in 1 minute on KSTV.
All of us at one time.
Go to the Techstar Ford fourth quarter, 12 minutes to play. Stephenville 54, Cleburne 17. They switch ends of the field. Johnny, some scores?
Yeah, we've got some finals rolling in now. It is a final from Granbury. Granbury defeats Burleson 31-10. We still don't have an update on the Brownwood score. We'll get that for you.
21-14 last we had, correct?
Right.
Self on an inside handoff to the 25 to the 20 down to the 18-yard line. That's enough for a first down. So the Cleburne team will advance the chains.
It is final now. Eastland defeats Glenrose 27-6. Breckenridge now 49, Dublin 12. That is in the fourth quarter. Final, DeLeon defeats Raw Vista 35-19.
First and 10 for Cleburne at the 19-yard line of Stephenville. Logan is in shotgun, trips to the far side, setting up, still looking. Now throw the deep ball. Has Rainbow open in the back of the end zone. He makes the catch. Is it in? Yes, touchdown. Well, that becomes the most points that Cleburne has given up this year. Stephenville has given up this year. Now 23 with the extra point upcoming.
You might have been right when you said it the first time, too, as far as giving up some points.
54-23 now the score. Cleburne with the extra point upcoming. the 11:21 mark of the Techstar Ford fourth quarter. Getting set to kick the extra point is Robinson. Snap back to Logan. The hold is down. The kick is on the way. It is up. It is good. 54-24 our score. We're back in 1 minute on KSTV. There you go. You don't think I pay attention sometimes. It will come to O'Neal, I believe, or is it Josh Wooten? It is Wooten across the 30, across the 35, across the 40, flags down, coming back across the 50, down to the 45-yard line. These are some of the farthest flags I've seen thrown ever in a ball game.
Now, the penalty was actually at about the 32, but his flag's laying at the 25. Let's see what damage they do to us.
Hey, how about Josh Wooten on the return there?
Man, that was a great run right up the gut. Shouldn't count where the flag will be.
Especially with that kind of arm.
Wind at your back.
It's holding against Steve, but we'll wait and see where they spot it. Now, I'm going to tell you, when you're 30 yards away from the play, running backwards, trying to make sure that the play's coming to you, has no further penalties, and you see something 30 yards downfield, how are you going to know exactly where it happens?
Unless you just kind of make a mental note real quick. I think they're going all the way to the flag. It was about 32 when it happened.
They will mark it off from the flag.
Oh, that's weak. No, he's moving him up a little ways. Oh, my gosh.
How did he know that it was a yard off?
Okay, whatever.
Oh, wait, I missed that 30-yard flag chunk by a yard. I'm sorry. Move it back one.
No, he was way up here. Oh, my.
Stephenville leading by 30, 54-24, 11:09 to go in the Techstar Ford fourth quarter. After this, hey, Petronas is in the game at quarterback. Several other Jackets. We'll get to who they are in a moment. I believe that's Haney took the handoff. Got out to the 20-yard line, a gain of 1 on the play. It was Derek Haney. Some scores. Did we have some called?
Yeah, let's see. It was a District 25 2A is what we were looking at. Goldthwaite now all over Bangs 28-20. It is a final. Coleman has defeated San Saba 36-3.
Second down 9 for the Jackets. Petronas under center. Getting the pitch on the far side is Wooten. Wooten looking to get to the outside. He does. Inside the 25, outside the 30 to the 34-yard line.
Good-looking runner.
Josh Wooten picks up about 12 to 13 to advance the chains for Stephenville. 10-27 to go in the Techstar Ford fourth quarter. 54-24. Stephenville on top. Boy, total yardage. What do you think Stephenville's going to be approaching tonight?
They're going to be up around 600 something. Got to be.
Do we have a third quarter, or is that just too much to ask? Walker, inside trap handoff across the 40 to the 45-yard line. 11 yards for Walker in a first down.
Roll that clock, baby.
Well, he stops because he makes more than 10 yards.
That's all right. What was that?
This one's enough to blow a statistician's mind.
Oh,
tonight.
I guess. Like you say, it's like being in the whack.
2 to the far side, 1 to the near side. Petronas again under center. Haney is the fullback. At the tail is Wooten. Wooten fumbles the ball inside. Does he get on his own ball? We'll wait and see. No, Cleburne has gotten the ball, and they are running, but they're going to say the ball was down at the 46-yard line, and this one will go to Cleburne. The turnover, and that's just tough because Wooten had the ball and then lost control of it and fumbled it forward.
Well, needless to say, Logan will still be in the game firing, I'm sure.
And Rainbolt will be running deep for passes. Well, this will be an interesting matchup next week. Cleburne and Brownwood. Cleburne, as much as they throw the football and as little as Stephenville threw the football last week, Brownwood did not really get to see a passing attack. Logan setting up the screen. Jackets did a nice job of staying home as Rainbolt was the intended receiver. Harrison was very close to Rainbolt. The pass is incomplete. It sets up second down and 10. 9:29 to go in the ball game. 54-24.
Well, that play has probably got all it's going to get tonight. They had that one sniffed out pretty well. Stephenville defense. Yes.
2nd and 10 from the 46 of Stephenville. Again, Logan in shotgun. Twins to both sides. Self standing next to him. Logan looking. He's got some time to throw across the middle. Brinkley with a great catch at the 25. Gets inside to about the 22, to the 21, to the 20-yard line. Pickup of 26 yards on the completion to Brinkley.
Well,
9-17.
Still 9-17. It's 10-20. In the words of a guy who's probably spreading some words right now, the road goes on forever, the party never ends.
Has he taken stage yet?
Yeah, 10:30.
All right. Logan has trips to the far side, one to the near side. Straight drop to him. Setting up, throwing the deep ball. Looking for Rainbolt. Catch. Touchdown. Same type catch as before. The deep outside fade pattern. Gets another touchdown. And so Cleburne has now put 30 points on the board. Extra point upcoming.
19-yard pass is a pretty one.
Hey, they pull within 23 with the extra point here. Do they kick the onside with 8:59 to go?
Probably.
You know, if they do it, score again, Stephenville's first team's coming back out onto the field. Snap back, hold down, kick is on the way. It is up, it is good. Flag down. We'll wait and see what happened here. Ball, and he kicks it deep wide. Ball will come to Stephenville at the 20 as it went through the back of the end zone.
Beats me.
Johnny, you're down by 23 with 8:49 to go.
I'm not sure I understood.
You
kind of had it set up the way you wanted it, with the, like you were mentioning, with the penalty. And
Phelps is going to be the quarterback now.
Yep.
You're right. If you're going to give Stephenville the ball at the 20, why not give him the ball at the 35 and have a chance of getting the onside kick?
Yeah, good point. I don't know. That's interesting.
Phelps is in the game at quarterback, third quarterback of the game for Stephenville. Pitch to the near side is Wooten. Wooten looking to cut up. He gets to the 25-yard line, a gain of 5 on the play, and we may see a bunch of this.
Yeah, I got that big O-line in there right now, Boots, if you'll notice.
Smithwick in the ball game. That's a big boy of the future, even though he's been getting some good playing time tonight. 6'2", 280.
There's Collier and Keggins, Doty,
Smithwick.
Is that Gilbert?
John Gilbert,
yeah.
6'4", 225 as well.
Yeah, you're about to get something that you're probably not going to want right now. Just going to just pound and pound and pound.
Belts under center. Josh Wooten is the one back. Inside trap handoff to Walker. Walker makes a move to the outside, gets to almost the 29-yard line before he loses his forward progress.
Nice tackle there by Chavez, keeping from making that first down.
And it'll be 3rd down and 1 for Stephenville. 7:46 and counting. The good thing about those last 2 runs, even though they were successful, they were not enough for the first down. Keeps the clock running.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
Stephenville really taking their time here. 10 seconds, 9 on the play clock. 3rd and we'll call it almost 2. Handoff to Walker over the left side. Walker was leaning forward as the play was called, so flags come down, and now late flags in the pile.
Well, this will be interesting. Maybe offsetting penalties. Yep, they're pointing at Cleburne. Late hit.
Illegal procedure will be the call against Stephenville. In the backfield, the one back. 10 penalties for 115 yards. Boy, this is going to be a box score nightmare for some kid typing agate type tonight to get all this in. Phelps is under center, 6:59 and counting. Handing the ball to Walker across the 40 to the 42, almost the 43-yard line. A pickup of about 4 on the play.
You remember the big numbers Stephenville had last week against Brownwood, Boots. Tonight, 3rd down conversion, 7 for 7.
How about that?
Well, now that is an impressive stat. Of all the stats you keep, that's one that really stands out, I think.
Actually, 5 yards for Walker on the carry. 100% 3rd down conversions. 6.5 and counting here in the Techstar Ford fourth quarter. 54-31, Stephenville on top of Cleburne. Pitch out to Wooten. Wooten looking to cut up. He does, and flags coming in around the place of the tackle. Gained about 3 did Wooten, but let's wait and see.
Brownwood should win that game.
Second down, 13 after the penalty. It's a fake, and Phelps has the ball. He gets outside the 40, out to the 45-yard line. It was the naked boot again, but Phelps running it this time as he faked the pitch to Wooten. Got good positive yardage out to the 45-yard line. So it'll set up now 3rd down and 5 for Stephenville.
Yeah, I think they're definitely a more talented defensive team, Brownwood is. But I don't know about this passing offense. I mean, they have put some big yardage on a pretty good defensive team in the Stephenville Yellow Jackets.
17 points against the offense through 3 quarters, and then with a lot of substitutions, 2 late touchdowns here in the fourth quarter. Walker powering his way. Was it Walker out to about the 48-yard line? It'll be very close to the yardage needed for the first down. We'll wait and see after they spot. It is a first down, Stephenville, and that will momentarily stop the clock at the 5:09 mark.
Now you can take a couple of more off of there.
So Stephenville will go to 7-0, 4-0 in the district. And if everything plays out the way we think it does, we'll have a 2-game lead in the district with 3 to go. Inside handoff to Haney. Haney inside the 40 to the 38-yard line. 13 yards for Derek Haney and another first down for Stephenville. That stops the clock at the 4:38 mark. One more would just be a nice round number, wouldn't it?
One more touchdown? I think they're on their way. They really do. Unless he just goes to a knee when he gets down there.
38-yard line, now 4.5 and counting.
I think a lot of that will depend on how much time is.
75's made his way back in the ball game, Johnny.
He's right back on that knee, though.
Regis Andres. Inside trap to Walker. Walker grabbed by the face mask, but no calling. He is slammed to the ground at the 40-yard line, a loss of 2. That didn't look like it felt very nice. So it's 2nd down and 12. We're now under 4 minutes to go. About one more first down just ought to about do it.
Well, where's Nemo melting the clock when you need him?
Well, this fourth quarter here's been running pretty good on this drive.
Yeah, it is.
What time are you looking at, Johnny?
10:30. This will be long on the cable replay, won't it?
Oh. Do they have enough film?
Yeah.
Phelps under center, handing off over the right side. It's Wooten. Wooten finds a seam inside the 30. Oh, just loses his feet at the 29-yard line. Oh, one more cutback. If he doesn't lose his feet, might score.
Just tripped up as he crossed about the 32-yard line.
Look at the guys with the first down marker. They had already picked it up, thinking it was a first, and the ref said, "Oops, no, we didn't quite get it." They put it back down. 3rd down and 1 for the Jackets at the 29-yard line.
Well, you got to credit these Cleburne Yellow Jacket fans. There's still a lot of folks here, you know. And this has not been pretty for a while.
3 minutes and counting. Phelps in the game. Handoff straight ahead to Haney. Haney gets down to the 23-yard line, and that'll stop the clock momentarily.
One more first down will do it.
No, it doesn't stop the clock, even though they move the chains.
Well, maybe one more first down won't do it. It may not need another one.
2:42 and counting. Nemo just did not even stop it at all. Good for him.
He's not here.
Who's running the clock today?
That's what I said. Where's Nemo when you need him? He's busy. He had other commitments tonight.
It is homecoming for Tarleton State University tomorrow.
Alumni golf tournament. I think he's the tournament director this year.
That big deal was today. Oh, there's a lot of people.
I think he was the director.
Handoff to Walker inside the 15, down to the 10, to the 8, to the 7-yard line. And that should stop the clock on the first down, but it does not.
Well, whoever it is, he's learned well at the feet of Nemo.
All right, let me ask you this. By the time they snap the ball again, you'll be inside of 2 minutes. Do you give the second team offense a bone and let them score?
Sure. Hang 60 on them.
Golly.
I didn't mean for that quite to come out.
Boy, did Hollinger say that.
No, I think we're looking at a knee, maybe. Oops.
Oh, a flag comes down, and Well, we were trying to run the ball then.
Good.
Let's wait and see. That'll stop the clock at least.
Well, our old buddy's not coaching over there anymore. So.
Oh, that's right. He's gone up to Keller, hasn't he?
Yeah.
We'll see if they run it or if Feltz just goes to a knee. Feltz will just go to a knee. Classy move on the part of the Stephenville Yellow Jackets. Well, even though I wanted to see 61.
No.
You said it more than I did a while ago.
Well, I just said, you know, if you got a chance, hanging on them.
54-31
54 is enough, though.
Will be our final score tonight.
All right, one more play.
Well, maybe
or
not.
actually, you're not.
No, not if you give them the delay of game, and then you just wind the clock again.
Oh, you might as well run the play. That's going to be the final score.
20 seconds in counting. Stephenville's winning streak goes to 17 games. We're in shotgun is Feltz. He'll take it and then go to a knee. 10 seconds in counting. Stephenville will go to 7-0 on the year, 4-0 in district, and will have a 2-game lead in the district with 3 games remaining. Cleburne will go to 2-2.
Good.